deboxable to characters on the same account.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to use my alt to buy the Kuetzi Claw. I'm just going to get the Raptor mount on this guy.
Okay. You don't want to... I mean, everyone can get the Raptor mount. It's the crawler mount that I'd be going
Yeah,
after.
but I want to get it as soon as possible. That's the thing. I
Hey.
don't... Yeah. I mean, this character brought next to nothing over. It brought maybe 10 points over from
Interstone.
last month, so...
Yeah, pretty much spent all my points last month as well. I don't remember on what now. Now I do. It was the coins of stuff for
Glory and coins.
CDC and other stuff. And hello, it looks like Lanos. It looks like Twitch has picked us up. Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday. It feels like a Monday. It's really Tuesday. September 13, 2016. In Digital, we got Typnazia, we got Mini Illusions, and even though his mic is muted, we got a Lanos rep in here. We're still playing Final Fantasy 11 online. I'm on Dentral's account right now, trying to take care of login points and wondering where the hell did I put that damn winter stuff? But, you know, Dentral, sending stuff. We're almost done. We're almost ready. Three things that we want to do before we hop into Dynamis Funsies and play with the sheeps. First thing is going to be the simple crafting synthesis thing of the day. And we want to purchase something with the login points vendor. That's what we were actually just talking about. Login point stuff. Minnie, did you get a new microphone?
Not yet. I am waiting till I get paid because I done goofed.
Oh no.
Yeah, I usually scatter my bills out over a couple months worth.
Couple months worth.
Couple weeks worth in the same month.
Mm-hmm.
And I must have been like either drunk or really tired the day I scheduled the bill payments.
Not both?
I scheduled like 5 on the same day.
Bum, 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 bum.
Like close to 10K missing from the bank.
10?
Yeah, like
That's chump change. No, I'm joking. That's a lot of money.
yeah.
Zerothon says, so I decided to take your advice and I jumped back in after 11 years. Wow, LOL. None of my characters were available, so I started fresh. I'm on your server, Quetzalcoatl. You came to Quetzalcoatl. Kick ass. That might get us one extra more player on the server now.
What's your name?
Right, yeah. Send us a tell in game. I should actually open up this menu here so I can see it, and that way I can like get you a link pearl, some startup guild, and you know that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Come on, Monk House delivery box.
If you can just get me as a character name, I can get to him because I'm not doing anything right now.
Oh, it's like
going on.
I'm doing so much myself because we're on a.
As long as you get his name, I can get to him.
Of course, you know, dude started fresh. He's probably level 75 already because anybody that came back to the game from the good old days, you know, there's all like, all right, I'm gonna put my nose to the grindstone, get some XP. It's like, oh my god, I'm level 10. I just killed one mob.
Level 10 in like as many minutes, possibly less.
Right?
Your first kill will get you to level 2.
No matter what it is that you... Well, that's not necessarily true. Don't go after the orcs.
Or the ring, I mean. If you have a, what do you call it, on some sort of EXP ring, I remember my first kill...
Have to show me the XP rings.
Got me to level 2.
They didn't have those 11 years ago.
11 years ago?
I don't think so.
What
Who came back to the
11
game?
years ago?
What was going on 11 years ago?
2005? No, I don't think they did.
It was a while ago.
I know they did in 07, because that's when I started.
It was such a small bonus that they had too. Ron Farcat's asking, where the hell was I yesterday? And it was movie night. The second Kenshin, Rurouni Kenshin, was playing at the, what do you call it? It's a
How are
theater.
those?
Did you read the manga or watch the TV series back in like
Both.
the late 90s? Okay. It's a lot more, how shall we say, endearing to the manga.
Okay.
Last night, the second movie, you could actually start telling where they're really starting to take some liberties. But I always forget the name of the Band-Aid guy. Yoshio Makoto or something like that. He's... So many of the bad guys are so over the top. So many of the good guys are so over the top. The missus wasn't exactly sure if they were going to be doing a broomstick hair guy, which I don't remember his name. He's got this blonde hair that just basically goes straight up in the air like that, and it kind of makes a Cloud Strife's hairstyle look a bit conservative. Well, they had that guy, and I thought they did okay with it. It was being a terrible cosplay. I liked the first movie more than I liked the second movie. The first movie was definitely a throwback for nostalgia. All these characters and stories that we hadn't seen in like over a decade. God.
Hiko Shijiro? Is that what you were thinking of?
That's probably it.
He was,
I'm always bad with names.
He was the master.
Mm-hmm.
He was Kenshin's master.
Oh no, not that guy. That guy's kick-ass though. Yes. The whole reason I made Detro was because of that guy. Well, kinda.
I'm really blanking on whose name you tried to come up with.
There was a dude that after Kenshin retired being the manslayer, they got another guy to be the main assassin. And then when the war was over, they no, not Shitsugumi. They tried to assassinate the assassin. They stabbed him 1,000 times, and then they set his body on fire. And words. I already forgot all the words. Yeah. Anyway, he's just find a picture of him.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
All right.
He was supposed to be better than him, and
Inferno of Kyoto. Put one too many T's in there. Shishio.
I said Shishio.
Yeah.
So it wasn't who I was thinking of at all.
Oh, image? Not a picture? Yeah, maybe. I'll make sure all these pictures. Actually, let's turn safe search on. There we go. That way we don't have to worry about.
Oh my.
You know,
There's
just
no fan service for Kenshin. What are you talking
you would be so surprised.
about? I would not.
So anyway, it's like this guy right here with the band-aids. I don't remember his name.
That's Shishio.
But yeah.
That's what I thought you were talking about first. You said it wasn't him.
I think you may have given him another description. I was all like, the guy that they got for Saito is like so doesn't look anything like Saito, but he's like so big and muscular, and at least he's got a cigarette in his mouth in every single scene that he's like killing people with his katana, but still, you know, taking a drag. He's like, you know, he's getting serious when he spits a cigarette out. So just gotta click the Lupin picture, and yeah, alright, that's enough of that.
I guess I'll swap to Paladin and go do the Trust quest in Sandoria.
Bum, bum, bum. Just made by Run to Juno. Congratulations. What's your character name? Zarothon with 2 N's. Awesome. We gotta go looking for him. Not true. Gotta get some other stuff done first. Alright, so at the Nomad Moogle, I should have something coming into the delivery box-ish. Probably no Gil. Yes! Yes! Somebody bought 3 of my 100 bind stacks. Or, not stacks.
Oh, I was gonna say, my mouth just dropped inside my head when you said that.
Individual 100 binds. Not many. They don't... There's a reason they sell for like half the price of all the other coins. But, yeah. So...
the fewest endpoints.
The monk weapon, I think, uses the 10,000 bind note. I'm like, okay, we should definitely do that. And we're looking for Unity, we're looking for woodworking and leatherworking. And that means we're going to Sandoria. So
Person had a bazaar full of crystals for 1 gil. Now they have an empty bazaar.
I'm going straight to an NPC and sell them for 15 gil a
Straight
pop.
to an NPC for 15 gil a pop.
Profit.
I am all about that life.
It's like I know I put something in the bazaar for too low a price when it like instantly sells out. The first time somebody checked me, it's like, oh damn it! Knew I should have checked the NPC price first. Because I used to fool myself thinking, well, if somebody else can use it, then it goes to a good cause. And I'm like, no, no, they're just going straight
If it
to
doesn't
the
go
NPC
to a
vendor.
if it doesn't go to my wallet, it doesn't go to a good cause.
Just go to a good cause. I guess there is that. Alright, so I'm going to need a stack of dark and earth crystals. Suppose I get a sweet talkie and grabbing me a big. Ooh, she's giving me that look.
I guess.
Even though I took her out to see Kenshin last night. It might be a little too early to play that card.
Good job, Robert. Trying to guilt me into it.
Guilt trip. So I don't have to get up and grab a beer. Alright, this will be for the woodworking stuff. And then talk to him again so we can get another stack of crystals.
It's bitter.
You hope it's bitter. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Wait, no lime?
No.
Probably have a lot.
Charge extra for that.
How much extra? Might be worth it. Took you out to Denny's last night too. And I just got the finger. Mission successful. Can only blame yourself. Oh, I already forgot what about. Do you use OBS for streaming on Twitch? So getting all these tells, and I haven't been paying attention to the stream, but yes. Yo. Alright, let's do this quickly now. So we're gonna do L. We'll do CM-L. Yo, search all XAROTHANN. We're gonna level 23. Oh, you even got your sub job already. Awesome. I'm gonna do send message. Thinking about it. There we go. The end button. So we should be sending you a friend request. When we get to Upper Juno, we'll do some of the trading of the gills. I probably don't have that much on me anymore, do I? No. Not to get started. Oh, okay. So he can afford the home point crystals now.
Yeah. Please,
Those aren't cheap.
That's going to be much easier.
Right. Every single home point crystal you see, click on it.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is probably going to be buy good. I just realized they don't sell the tea leaves here at the Sheep Guild, do they? We're going to Windhurst.
Here's a question.
Here's an answer.
Can you use spells in your Mog Garden?
I don't remember. I want to say you can use them on yourself. Windy water, exit for windy tea leaves. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna AFK skill up magic in my Mog Garden if it's possible. Reasons.
Where no one could see you.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I would go outside the Mog House in Outerlyn and do it there, because that's where everybody else does all their stuff, traveling to another homeboy. You can't cast or use items in the Mog House. I think you can use your Warp Ring. I vaguely remember using my Warp Ring in the Mog Garden.
I know you
Well,
can craft.
Not in the Mog House. You can use items, because I use crystal clusters in the Mog Garden all the time. Excuse me. I forgot how to talk in a link shell and accept friend request. For the link shell, you type / and L. That'll get you into your link shell chat. If you want to change message CM with a space, and then you can do the L, and that'll change it all to just link shell 1. If you want to, you can equip 2 link shells now too. You can do CML2, and that'll get you into your second link shell. So you can type stuff like yo, just like that. Oh yeah, and change your sub job after MP runs out. Do it at Sabina, because nobody's at Sabina anymore.
Yeah, sure.
H. Galian, happy, almost a Monday. Happy Tuesday. Where were we going now? Traveling to another home point, and we're going to do Windy.
You know, the sad part is I'm probably gonna lose that combo.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna lose that combo Paradise Pearl Sack as soon as.
We'll be right back. Where's the bio break button when you need it?
Change jobs. Hello? Did I DC?
No, you're still here.
Okay. I had a weird hiccup. So, I'm almost out of my comp shalar.
Nice.
So that's going up on the auction house. I'm so kicking myself for just giving away all that gil, but I really did think I was quitting permanently.
Mm.
We're almost back. Oh, sorry about that, everyone. Wow. You should see what went wrong on the Vista machine. Goodness.
Is it beautiful?
Oh my goodness, it's like super highlighted extreme magic going on over there. That's what happens when you pour Vista on a machine with Vista as the subroutine. Alright, we're gonna unclick this. I knew when she put the beer down right in front of the mouse, that was gonna be a problem, but I didn't do anything about it at the time. Now it's been taken care of. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
So we got, what do we come to? Oh yeah, now I remember, we came to Windy because we needed the tea leaves. Regional info, conquest, and it is in control by the Silverpieces. Sometimes it's not. And I was all like, where do you go when it's under control of Bastok? Like, I kind of remember
You
that
transfer to Bastok.
one. Right. It was like the vendors in Port Bastok, I want to say?
For what?
For the Suruta Baruta vendor in Bastok.
Yeah, I believe so.
Alright, so a dark cluster.
Kind of by where you do gold world passes. All those little side stalls.
Sure. It's like, there is a vendor for the gold.
Up the stairs. There'll be
There
a
you
bunch
go.
of little tents.
Yeah, where you get to the good houses.
Yeah, yeah. One of those is actually the NPC you talk to do gold world passes for new players.
Hey, we need to do that again someday. When we create a new account, new character.
I know, because I got that airship.
Isn't it pretty cool?
It's wonderful. It's a wonderful useless trinket.
It's a huge useless trinket. Obi John. Oh, I said that right. I probably did not. Happy Tuesday. I almost said Happy Monday again. We need to stop that. The wonderful thing, they didn't have this in 2005. There's a command now called /last_synth. It's awesome. Basically, it's going to create the exact same synth that you just did. So you don't have to open up the menu and select all these fun little items and stuff like that. Or you can do like I did and create a macro of last synths.
Yep.
Then wait 25 seconds after each one of them. Then go make a sandwich. Hindsight, I should have done that before cleaning up all the spilt beer.
Hey, if you really get cool, you can start that macro and make 7 sandwiches.
7 sandwiches. What would we do with 7 sandwiches?
Well, you eat 1 and sell 6.
Walk any weapon skills yet? Walk of Echoes weapon skills? We actually did that before the campaign. Cyndaquil got Shan't do something, and Sung got that thing that does a little tornado. Rudra Storm, thank you.
Shantasane and Rudra Storm.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe getting one for the Dentral, because he's all like, I want to play. And he's like, actually, he's
The monk
Final
one.
Heaven. No, that's the relic weapon skill. Relic Final Heaven.
Well, I know a Certain Fist is the WSNM.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's the quested one.
Empty.
You love using Azurin Fist. Why all the breakage, woman?
What
There's
growth
like
are you using?
we're doing the ram leather deal, and she should be like maybe 2 levels underneath the cap for it. And it's like every other synth that she does is a bust. I mean, it's not that often. It just feels that way. You're looking for status. You're looking for craft skill. Leathercraft is 35. Isn't the cap for this 35? I don't remember. It's been a long time. But he just got a fume belt +1. Oh, snap. Prices on WE items are tanking since, well, that's supply and demand. Because you buy it during the event because prices are low. You farm it, not during the event. Or you sell it afterwards, and one of the items that was 10 million dropped to 1 mil. And that was probably only because there was like 99 of them on the auction house. Alright, we got enough mats for... I don't know how many more we got. We're always go in expecting 2 breaks. And I see that we've already gotten our 2 breaks. Ooh, there's level 36. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Just in case, I'm going to face northeast for this next one on Lightning's Day. Not that that's going to do us a bit of good, but just need 4 more successes.
I should ask my friends which of the crafting rumors they figured out was false.
All of them?
No, a few of my friends I found out had played this game years before I met them, and they had 6 notebooks filled with notes on crafting.
Well, most of that's recipes, but yeah.
No, none of it was recipes.
None of it's recipes.
They were statistics.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing a sample for
Hi, kitty.
trying different methods of all the rumors of crafting, and they felt confident they disproved one of them and that the others were true. I don't remember what they said it was.
I believe the one that has been disproven, and everyone believes that it's been disproven, has been the direction facing. Improves the deal. It doesn't stop us from doing it, because it's how we've always done it. And I still want to say that if you're facing south using a lightning crystal for desynth during a quarter moon phase, you're going to have a better shot at getting a successful desynth. I don't know if the numbers will support that, but, you know, 1 more. Don't break it. It's weird. Sometimes I can do wait 25 seconds after the last synth, no problem. Sometimes I can do wait 22 seconds, no problem. Other times, problem. Here we go. There's our 500 gil. I mean, not gil, 500 limit points. It would be awesome if Records of Eminence, when you capped out on limit points, started giving you gil instead. Ooh. Square Enix. Make it happen. It would so break the game, though, wouldn't it? It's all like, I'm out of stuff to merit. I'm out of merit points. There's nothing else I can do with my XP except the high-tier BCNMs, and there's nothing there that I want. And Square Enix is like, well, hit the guild switch. You can change your experience points gains into just pure gil. You would never be able to find mobs anymore. Should do Walk of Echoes, gives 9,000 capacity points per completion. It's not worth primarily CP farming. Where are we going next?
Honestly, if you're just starting out, getting capacity points 9,000 per completion is pretty good.
9,000 per completion is pretty good, period. But, well, you're... That's probably the whole reason the Valkrum Tunes was a little empty when I looked earlier. Go for something else, and if you're getting capacity points, if you're getting CP in addition, then that's awesome. But I remember what we're going to do next. Alright. Facing south. Target yourself, use an item, use an earth crystal even. See if I remember the recipe for this one. It was... Hopefully I still have the mats on me. Yeah, there we go. A horn, arrow... Shoot. There's something weird missing. I had forgotten that. Alright. Traveling to another home point. Sandoria. Northern Sandoria. Number 4 with a yes please. Because even though bird fletchings will stack to 99, arrowheads will stack to 99, lumber will not.
Arrowheads stack to 99?
Yep.
Oh, if only they were still worth doing.
Ah!
Oh my god. Wonderful.
Pretty much all crafting stuff like that, except crystals, stacked to 99.
And lumber.
And lumber.
And eggs. Eggs don't stack to 99. You still have to get... eggs will always be in a dozen.
Okay. So I can't... They use direction face as a control and always face due north, but they were able to conclude that moon phase absolutely affects the crystal, obviously. What day it is, obviously, but also the time of day also affects skill up rates, success rates, and HQ rates.
Oh no.
Yes. So if you had some like script going that would and like enough materials to just do it for like under the same moon phase and all the other same conditions, a particular hour of the day would net you more +1s on any given item.
Interesting.
And one of the two of them did it obsessively for several months.
Did you hear they increased the skill gain rate for since under level 70?
I did. Maybe I'll actually like pick up the other crafts I never touched.
Nah. It's all like, everyone that's probably best interested in it is like, oh, I already got everything I needed to 70. Thanks anyway, Square Enix. But I shouldn't complain. Anything that makes the game easier is always going to lower the price for everybody else.
Hey, I had sample sizes big enough to show swings from 30% to 80% during specific times of the day. Man, 4 p.m. rolled over and suddenly I'm getting 20% more HQs. Guess it's off the clock now.
We're looking for logs. I did buy a stack of the lumber. There it
But
is.
this is like pre-2007, because he quit right when I started, so who knows what's changed. But if they never touched it, those were really good numbers.
Like, I mean, 20% increase is 20% increase. I would just love to reduce breakage. Because there's nothing that pisses me off in this game more than...
Well, breakage is tied to... Like, the crafting is a high risk, high reward. Like, if you do the safer conditions, you get less breaks and less HQs. And less skill ups. So it's pick your point. And you can still skill up on a break, so it depends on what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's that ring that you'll succeed more often, but you never HQ or something like that.
I have a cheat sheet.
The
So everyone's talking about Walk of Echoes right now, and I haven't even bothered looking in Quetzi to see...
Adeline, Inventus Coalition. What is left?
Yeah, those rings. Where's my cheat sheets? Keep them on Google Sheets, because, you know... I'll never find them otherwise. Shoot. Got stuff from work mixed in here. I didn't want that.
Oh my god, they charted all the moon phases for every synth? Jesus
Really?
Christ. They charted their every time they did a synth, they wrote down the moon phase, the time, the weather, the day, everything.
Excalibur,
For 10 months. Doing nothing but crafting, like not playing any other aspect of the game. That is insane. And I believe it too, because I played 14 with these guys, and one of them didn't actually participate in the game. All he did was craft.
Yeah.
I came in with a 1.0 character and just handed him all my money, and he made millions out of it. So I wasn't good at crafting at that point. So I'm like, here, you can do more with this money than I can. And then within a month, we had a house.
It was under Notepad. File, open. So I can't find it on my Google Sheets. There it is. Syndical season schedule. All the way at the bottom. Void Watch campaign. Void Walkers. Walk of Echoes. There's a bunch of stuff that she needs from Walk of Echoes. Wind Buffet Belt, Flume Belt, Engulfer Cape, Lunette Ring, Enchant. I love how I misspelled Enchanter. Enchanter Ring, Dualism Collar, and Kotal Gorget. These are all +1s. They all drop in Walk of Echoes. Not tonight. Focus. Focus, 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 focus. And less synth again, because we're gonna actually get all our woodworking synthesis, making the lumber so we can make the necessary arrows. Not gonna get any skill ups. It's kind of you can take arrowwood lumber all the way to like level 10, probably even beyond that now. That's kind of neat.
So much carpentry back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can definitely tell what I was using to make money, because my only decent crafting skills are carpentry and alchemy.
Tools
Tools and ammo, baby. Tools and ammo.
And they made that stuff stack. I was like, yes! You think that would increase the price, but no. Actually decreases the price for some reason. Oh, well.
Now we get all butthurt when I mention the fact of buying the tool bags off the vendor mogul.
I don't get butthurt, I just get sad.
I mean, if the auction house is cheaper, the whole thing with the vendor mogul wasn't necessarily to control pricing. I think it was just mostly there that, you know, there's
Because
nobody
enough people crafting it.
playing it, right? And it's like, you need it, they'll sell it. It's like when the courier vendor mogul starts selling Scroll of Re-Raise 3 because you can never find one on the auction house.
Well, I have 4 in my bazaar. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, 5 in my bazaar right now.
Yeah,
You raised 3, I got you. I got this in, fresh cut.
Woot. Got high quality. 4 pieces of arrowwood lumber.
Yeah.
Not even a woodworking mule.
All you have to go is to Castle O, past the password door, and kill the high priest.
Castle O.
Yeah, Castle Ostroja.
Oh, I never checked the turtle yesterday.
Oh, damn, you better go
I'm gonna
check
have to go do those.
Which turtle?
Adamant King.
I've
Oh.
been checking on Astroja. I want the I need Raise 3. It's one of the 2 White Mage spells I'm missing. So I've been checking Adamant King. And just for giggles, I've been checking Yagado Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I walked into the Death Turtle room and didn't realize I was fighting 3 NMs. Like, man, these guys are kicking my butt.
Yeah.
So I didn't even put an effective amount of Treasure Hunter on the 1 NM because I didn't realize he was an NM.
So many screenshots in that room. So many 0 HPs. It was such a great time. Sandoria, we're going to... We could walk, because it's quite literally the next zone over. But we're going to go ahead and use the home point crystal because those words.
No, well, I'm just going to see if this works, and then I'm just going to go to sleep.
You want to sleep so early?
I'm just really tired. I didn't sleep last night to begin with. Plus,
I can't complain. I was asleep an hour ago, and the missus is like, "Wake up! You miss your stream." And I'm like, "Oh, what?"
hey, well, at least she was nice enough to wake you up instead of letting you sleep right through it. Because I know a lot of people who have wives that would just have them sleep right through it. That way, when they get up, they have time to spend with their wives instead of.
I hate it when he plays that gay. Nah, she does the same thing for like work.
Guild masters. What's funny is I'm apparently midway through a couple quests that involve talking to them, because I just got a cutscene where she wants me to make a work costume at the Leatherworkers Guild.
Oh
I have no idea
yeah.
what this is for.
It's a hat. It's basically a Beastman cap.
I mean, what quest? I don't know what quest this
Oh,
is
I don't
for.
remember the name of it, yeah.
Probably
We're gonna
something
do
in the past.
exchange points. We're gonna do a 500 point item. And you're like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Crawler! With the musical note.
I have to find time to farm some sanction tomorrow. It's probably gonna end up being on my monk. This monk is level 7.
Level 7 monk?
Level 70.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it's a like... You have to try hard. Keep your monk under level 10. I was like, this is fun. Now I'm gonna go punch something else in the
Monk
face.
is a walking god from 1 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
It's like, I loved tanking on my monk back in the good days. I don't know why I came up here. I wanted to go to the the distribution person thingy over here because I had like no inventory space. This is not when you want to go to Valkrum Dunes, but no, we're still gonna do it. Hopefully this will clear itself out. Really?
My monk would have been so much stronger if it had MP. Because that Cassie's earring.
Mm-hmm. Actually, don't send that to him. Send that one. And I guess that.
Yeah, kids, if you take a mage to 75 first, or not, it doesn't matter. It's always worth putting 1 merit into MP. Just for
Yeah,
Cassie.
I mean, even my monk had MP merits for endgame because they had a sub-white mage. And
Yeah.
I don't know if it was really impressive or really disappointing to have enough MP while weakened to cast a res spell as
Well,
monk. Look to another.
It's case by case. I mean, people are like, why would you ever put a white mage on a marshal? I'm like, well, Beastmaster does it all the time.
Mhm.
That was the main Beastmaster sub.
So for
ever.
white mage,
Yeah. So it's like, don't knock it. People do it.
gotta pull mobs with
It
Dia.
works. It works.
Because even though there was like boomerangs, there was ranged weapons for Beastmaster, I don't think there was any ammo for Beastmasters.
Yeah. Well, for the longest time, my white mage would actually sub monk.
HP boost.
Well, not only that, the healing equation. Rather than focusing on MP, I focused on mind. So I didn't have to cast more heals. I just cast better heals.
Yep. Yeah, I see that.
And 1 mind is, when you're talking about healing, 1 mind is equal to 3 vitality or 5 healing magic skill. They all give you the same potency, those 3 figures. And
Good
monk has the
incentives.
most mind value. So, I would typically sub monk or summoner, depending on what I was doing. If I
wanna see-
needed the MP, I'd sub summoner.
Paladins selling or subbing a monk for what I'm looking for. More vitality.
Yep, more vitality and boost.
I can sell them just yet. People are probably looking at what I'm doing right now and thinking, what is he doing? He can stick down the auction house. And like, you can. Ain't gonna move. And I know that the mules that I send stuff to, they're out of space as well, so...
What did I sell today? So I logged in and something of mine sold. I forget what it was.
Distilled water.
It was not distilled water.
There's
Let's say the
literally
airhead
no one
sale.
at all in Delvina.
Ah!
That is a sad sight. I'm sorry.
What's in Selbina? Besides the ferry? And the sheep.
Oh,
Yeah. You can, like, trade stuff over to the sheep, but yeah.
Just makes my job easier. That's
You can, like, run around town without any clothes on.
we killed Taisajin today. That was kind of a highlight.
Who?
Taisajin,
Taisajin.
the heck dies in Running Mountain Pass that drops refresh.
Yeah.
Woo!
One where you have to let sit for 4 hours and has a chance of becoming Taisajin, otherwise you
Okay. How lovely. Let me register your crawler in your trainer's whistle. This
I
also
should have
fit an
checked
inventory spell.
where he was on the who's a what's it on the wide scan list, because I could have probably figured out what the next one was going to be, but it doesn't matter. You just leave all of them alone and then just go check.
And,
So in 3 days we can get another one.
I remember there was a red mage that was hanging out in Utunga or Yotorjunga, I forget exactly which one, and he was keeping an eye on the Marlboros, because supposedly one of those Marlboros, if you leave it alone long enough, it'll turn into a higher, better notorious monster, which has, it's like the regular Marlboros have like a low chance of dropping the item. I don't even know what the item is, but they all say, wait for it to, and it has a much higher chance. And so I was just running by, I was like, what could he be like? Oh, look, a notorious monster. And he was AFK.
Yes, that is, that's Rose Gardener.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was on Monk at the time, did not have Thief as even for a sub.
But that one you only have to leave alone for 10 hours.
10 hours. As I was killing it, he
1 to 3
came back
day.
from AFK. He's like, did you get the drop? And I'm like, there's a drop?
You broke his spirit.
We're going to change it up real quick. We're going to do it first person mode just in case we don't have any clothes on. Thief. Support. Job.
If you don't kill
Dancer.
Rose Garden, it turns into another NM.
Ah, that's the one that has the perfect chance of dropping what you're looking for. Probably.
I mean,
Rogers.
it's reporting 50%. The normal NM reports with more accuracy 10%.
That's good. I'll take 10.
10 every 10 hours? Eh.
We don't want to stay there the whole time.
What is the actual ring?
Voluptuous Vilma. Seen that
Vilma's
in Claimed a
ring.
couple of times.
Converts 25 HP to MP and +1 all mental stats.
Let's not set our set our home point here. Alright, now we're going to go to Dynamis Valkrum. We'll see how many folks are there. There's probably like 20 people there now. We need to change our macro though. Okay, that was easy. That way we can hit the flee button. We can run a little bit faster.
200
How much space we got?
184 experience to level up, and I have another guild master to talk to.
Wah, wah, wah.
And then all this comp gear is going on the AH.
Wait, the compy? The high quality or the normal quality?
HQ. I'm in full comp.
I still have my HQ set from the missus gave it to me when she quit the game. She was all like, here, take this, and she was like all the mannequin
dangerous to go
pieces.
alone.
Yeah. And they're like, you don't want to give me this, you're going to come back. And she was like, no, I'm not coming back. And I'm like, well, I'll hold on to it for when you come
That's
back.
what I said. I'm done with this game. It's dead. They
Oh, but
ruined it. They blew it up.
Elvon mannequin wearing it now
Aw.
because her character was Elvon. We're looking for abilities, we're looking for mounts, we're looking for crawler shows up before Fenrir. That's good to know. Wow. So basically all the crawler mount is a couch that you sit on the back of. And it basically goes in the direction that you're not facing. So it's kind of reminds me of a station wagon.
Well, I'm out, guys. Good night.
Good night, sir. Get some sleep.
I'll be out of work early. I'll be on goals.
Not me. I get to work another 10-hour shift tomorrow.
Paladin 40.
Congrats! Is that where you get the auto refresh?
No, that's 35. I am happy to say I have had that.
It was like
I've enjoyed that for a little bit now.
remember the good old days before Paladin got auto refresh. I was like, this is awesome, even though it's not enough. And yeah, like heal for MP in between every single fight. It's like you were a mage. Like, need more MP. Get the Bard. Bard, use Mage's song on me. He's like, you sure you don't want March? It's like, I'll take that too. Or you get the bard and it's all like, I don't have Mage's Ballad. I want one of those bards.
Right.
It's typically right after you get the ninja tank that doesn't have Utsumi Ichi. What are you doing in the dunes? Well, I was going to level his DPS. Not my party, you ain't.
Actually, what I should do is keep the comp gear on and have somebody turn this Royal Squire chainmail into a +1.
Okay, not a +2?
Because then the reason I say +1 is because then I would equip it at level 43, which is when I'm equipping my pants and my new shoes and boots. Why don't I have any kind of headpiece coming up? What did I do? I have erred, sir.
Don't worry, level 50 you'll get the, what do you call it? The Raven gear. So,
At level 50, I have the... Wait, Raven gear.
I don't know if you can wear Raven gear as a paladin. That's more mage,
Well,
clothy.
level 50, I have the Parade...
Parade Gorget!
harness.
Oh. Dang it. You should get the Parade Gorget. I mean, you need like a bunch of different items to spawn a notorious monster that drops it, but once you get it, it's freaking awesome. It's paladin / warrior who's tanking in a polearm. You see, in dunes, you could probably get away with that.
There's
like,
nothing wrong with tanking with a polearm.
in the dunes. There's no shield, but, you know, I mean, you get XP so quickly that really doesn't matter too much. Except,
Ooh, I like this.
you're gonna min-max the game. Then
I like this a lot. Thank you very much, Den.
what'd you
I'm
get?
gonna find this.
The Parade Gorget?
Goblin Wolfman.
Yeah.
Drops it.
It's a forced pop, fortunately. The hard part is finding the triple question mark. But I was able to do it twice because I've got two of them. One for
Oh
Dentral's
my god.
Paladin Mule, which is a Gulka, and then the other for his Dark Knight. And
I need a level 81 to 82 chef.
Nah,
Sorry, I
I
spaced out.
got 2 chefs above level 90. But yeah, I can make that stuff. I don't know how to make it, but there's the internet for that. It's like, is it a latent effect or is it just auto refresh all the time? I think it had to be like under 75% health or mana.
It is latent when your HP is less than 85%. Sorry, equal to or greater than 85%.
It's going to be all the time on Dark Knight and Paladin, if you're doing it right.
HP percent is determined by HP plus HP boost from visible armor and weapons. Other accessories are not factored in. By stacking HP from accessories, you can lower the HP percent. Those are not factored in. So you can actually get to a trigger below 85% if you stack HP accessories.
Imagine, I was just thinking, the crawlers in Crawler's Nest, they could run this fast. They're like, charge! Like, oh god! Save me!
I would actually equip that because I'm still wearing the level 9 necklace from Takoko.
There you go.
The Armagier's lace. So you've given me something to do tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Bug you to craft.
I think the hard part was getting the fish. Everything else was on the easy side.
I don't see a fish in this. Oh, Elshimo Newt.
That was it. And you can pretty much farm, I think, the Sahagan.
Yeah, it drops off Sagan.
Is that how you say it? All these years I've been saying it wrong. Texas, that's how we say it. All the fishmen.
It's
Sahagan.
I had a Cushing teacher. Yes, she was high all the time. I had a cooking teacher in high school that pronounced standard standard. She actually transposed the letters before she said it.
Somebody was asking somebody else at work today. It's all they were talking about wonderful teachers and how rare they are and
Yes.
all this other stuff, and then at the same time going, who would want such a job? How could they deal with other people's kids 8 hours a day, 5 days a week? And I'm the one that don't say this stuff in front of the customers. I just write it down on a sheet of paper where the person next to me can see it, and I just write, they're very high. dusted to the eyeballs. No, that's a joke. English teachers not smoking drugs. Well, teaching you Shakespeare. Physics teacher might be.
Teachers get such a hard time is because of their union is doing nothing for them, and it's making them look horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm going to say on that, because this isn't a political show you run, and I don't want to ruin everything.
I mean, we're not talking politics, but I will discuss this, how you can't really discuss anything anymore without bringing in politics into it. And that's messed up.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Unfortunate, but
that's all. Like Pokemon. Pokemon's great. Pokemon's awesome. I named one of my characters after my favorite Pokemon. Politics.
Yeah, Cynical was also my starter for that generation, because why wouldn't I pick a fire Pokemon?
Mm-hmm. And all like, evolution. I'm like, Cyndaquil's the unevolved form. Get off my back. Oh.
You're the only person around with a level 100 Cyndaquil.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not the only person. There's somebody else out there. Level 100 Cyndaquil.
Somebody out there that always mashed me.
Socratic meth. Happy Tuesday to you, friend. Speaking of meth, no, let's not go down there either. But, it's crazy, crazy, crazy world we live in right now. I'm gonna take another shortcut. And the first time I came back here behind this crag, and I was like, ooh, I've never seen these monsters before. These were the weapons. It was like first week in the game. And I'm like, I'm gonna go kill one. Of course, now that I said that, I don't even see them. Come on, guys. There's
what was
one.
Your first wall dent?
My first wall?
Yeah, like what was the first point where you got really stuck on something and frustrated? Mine was, to give you an example of what I mean, I hit level 16 4 times in Kamshat Highland on Warrior.
I had no problem. See, fortunately, before I started playing, I was watching the missus play, and she had a lot of friends. She picked Quetzalcoatl because of the people that she knew had already picked Quetzy. So I kind of knew exactly what I was getting into before I got into it. But the first thing where the party continued without me was when they were changing from Keep'em Island to Kazam, and they're like, "Oh, I have to go farm those keys." And I'm like, "Yeah." Good luck with that. Bye. But, level 100 Cyndaquil, pardon spelling. I had/have one of those on one of my old game cards. Oh. Very, very, very. We're still kind of. Yeah. The day our silver cart, the battery passed away on it. We're like, oh!
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I've never met anyone that had that happen to him. Like, my blue still works.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my Mario Land 2, the battery still works.
I was like, you're joking. I mean, it didn't even give you like a low battery warning. You might want to move these Pokemon off the cart onto like the Nintendo 64 Pokemon Stadium, because that could hold a lot. I was like, no, they're all gone. My Lugia,
Did you have a
gone.
Mega Memory card? It was the yellow thing that you slotted in your Game Boy and then put the game into that.
Oh, no.
I had one of those, and it made the start of the game really funny. Oh, I've got all 3 starters now.
There you go.
And they all have my trainer ID.
And it's like, there's so many ways to manipulate the game while at the same time not cheating.
Well,
It's like
blatant cheating.
Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2, for instance. You could move characters from the cart onto the memory files on the N64, and that had a much... I think they used flash memory, and that was awesome. It also let you play the game at, like, I want to say 8 times normal speed, so it was great for grinding.
3. If you had the Dodrio Tower or whatever, you could do 3 times.
Still freaking awesome.
Duo, I think. Because I suck at Pokemon Stadium.
Had that happen on my old game, Legend of Zelda 2 for the NES. Was so mad.
Oh my god, a Zelda 2 fan. I don't even know who you are, because I'm not a... I love you, my friend. I love you for appreciating the Black Sheep Zelda. I love Zelda.
It was a hard one. I remember, I think I got... The furthest I got into it was I don't think I caught that one. It's not flying around anymore, though, so maybe I did. Anyways, not the final dungeon. It was like the dungeon before the final dungeon, where there's this dragon poking his head out of the lava, and you're supposed to kind of do this jump on top of him and not fall into lava yourself. That guy.
Yeah, you gotta do a little dance.
And it took forever to even get to that guy. Anyway, we got him to like within... It was basically whoever gets the next hit wins.
Oh, that's so tense.
And he got the hit, and nowadays, you think, pick up the controller, throw it to the ground, stomp off. That's normal. Back in 89, 88, when Zelda 2 came out?
Yeah, 88 or 89.
You think this little itty-bitty Nintendo controller, which, when you think about it now, is probably more delicate than rice paper. Yeah. I was like, you're in the game, right? Mom's coming into the room, like, what the hell's going on? And I'm all like, she says, you're not playing this anymore. And I'm like, you're damn right I'm not. This game sucks. Never playing it again. I don't think I've ever played it since then. And I was like,
oh, you should go back and play it. It's really good.
I don't know if I can. I was like, I love the idea of
They
saying
brought it
go back
on
and
the
play
Game Boy
the...
Advance
Yeah.
and on the GameCube.
I have trouble going back to the original Gold and Silver because it's so long ago.
That's fair.
Even though they are the better games. We're going to dismount. And hopefully there's not 20 people in Welcome Dunes anymore. I've killed probably about 15 NES controllers. Yeah, got a PS2 controller for every time I lost my temper. Alright, we're going in with support jobs unlocked. My friends have found Dreamcast when they were sorting trash in the car. The actual Dreamcast or just the Dreamcast controller? Probably the Dreamcast, hate to say. We are looking for our Dynamis macros. We're going to hit our job ability stuff. And while that's all going on, let's go ahead and do a quick search of the area. Wow! You know there's a better event going on right now when there's like nobody except you. Dynamis Valkrum.
Oh, hey, Ken, what are we supposed to be buying from the login points this time around?
This time around, you get the mount, the crawler mount, for 500 points. And I really don't know what else. So 1,500 point items have gotten a little bit better. You can stick those on the auction house for Gil. I should look that up. Is that the last one? Yep. Alright, we're gonna hit... Let me get some of these time extensions taken care of real quick, and then I'll pull up the site and take a look-see.
Well, I'm at it, so I can just read them off to you, and you can tell me what's garbage.
Yeah, the thing is, when people do that, I'm like, in one ear, out the other.
Oh, fair.
And, so just better to... I say easier to just pull it up on my screen, but... For some reason, it decides to take a while. I probably already ran past the thing I'm looking for. Hey, it's a Sergeant Tombstone. I wonder if I was going back into Final Fantasy XIV if I could make a character name, Sergeant Tombstone. And then somebody would one-up me and go, I'm a War Chief Tombstone. Like, yeah, you suck.
There, on my server, there's a War Chief bot kit.
Ooh! But nicely done. I like that.
Yep.
He was my favorite orc to kill.
He is the only NM in that zone. Which makes it probably my least visited zone.
There's other NMs in that zone, but he's the one that's always up. Yeah. There's a couple of... trying to remember the name of it. I already forgot. Leo's orc war machines. There's a couple of those that pop up once an hour.
Really?
Yeah. One of them drops
I thought they were in the higher area, the Gelspa Outpost. Or no, I guess the Fortress, or whatever it is.
Fort Gelspa, yeah. No, I mean, they've got some other NMs there too, but, yeah.
Gelspa Outpost, Notorious Monsters, 1000-Arm Dash Flash.
Yeah, he shows up.
Drops Plate Belt.
Yeah, these are all on the lower level. You know, because when you're going to Vatgit, there's like a bunch of bridges that you cross. underneath those bridges, there's a lot of other high-level orcs, and those are the ones that have a bunch of notorious monsters spawned amongst them. One's a paladin. This is the very first time I actually fought a mob that used that move that paladins use. Invincible.
Invincible. That thing you are.
Yeah, so like I got macros for it. That's why I don't remember the names for stuff.
Yeah, in Fort Gadspa is the one where you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That has the NM war machines.
Yeah, they got some there too. One drops a paladin sword.
Yes, I've been using that sword. And Minnie's like, why are you still using a level 19 sword at level 32? I'm like, because it's still best in slot at level 32. If you
look at the stats, man. You see the stats?
You can't appreciate these things, man. Actually, I have every single item that the NMs in that zone drop. I had the course leggings, which I wore.
Lantern shield, I think, is the +5 attack shield, I think.
Yeah.
That thing's awesome.
That doesn't drop here. The third NM drops a frugal cape, which I have in my ranger.
Yeah, I've got that one. Has the occasional recycle effect, where you won't necessarily use the ammunition that you just fired off.
Yep, lantern shield drops off orcish barricader. It's just a normal NM in the outpost. I'm
going to kill you, I'm a king image. I feel like I forgot one. I got the goblin. I got the orc. Got the Yagudo. Getting the turtle now. Flea. Too early for Flea. Haven't caught additional aggro, even. I'm dreaming. This is all there is to it. I'm still asleep. I just think that the missus hasn't woken me up yet. And because we're in Valkrum Dunes, there's nobody else here. She got me a beer. Yeah, this is all a dream, guys.
Too good to be true.
Uh-huh. We're not getting additional aggro from anything.
Oh, that's right. The oakish stone launchers drop a gun.
Oh! Not only one job can equip.
It might be two.
Could be thief and corsair.
It's
ranger.
It's ranger, but a lot of guns ninjas can use.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we think ninja and we think silent on their feet type stuff. Japanese think ninja and they're like, they blow stuff up. They blow it up so bad, and when they get caught, they blow themselves up. Like, really?
Well, I'm surprised that samurai can't use guns, since a lot of them were the flint or matchlock guns when they first came to Japan. Samurais, the less honorable samurai, but the samurai nonetheless, were using them.
Well, it's like when Tokugawa came to power, if I remember my history correctly. Japan was the #1 production center of rifles in the world, but once he came to power with the use of said rifles, he outlawed them.
Is he also the one that outlawed? Is he also the samurai that came from a farming background and then rose to power and then banned anyone that wasn't in a samurai family from entering into a samurai family?
Perhaps, but
because I know that happened as well. He didn't want anyone to come into power the way he did.
I don't remember that much history. But I remember when I was playing, I'm going to mispronounce it, Nobuwunga's Ambition for the original NES.
Nobunaga?
Maybe. It was a fun game, but, and I was like, this is the best Nintendo game ever. And my parents were like, I don't get it. I'm like, well, you got this rifle battalion, and they can basically fire from over here, and, get your cavalry over here, and all these other things. And then Nintendo released a Pokemon version of the same game.
Yes.
And I'm all like, this is all I've been waiting for my entire life. And then I tried playing it, and it was all like, this game's hard.
Yep, and I loved that game because they paired my favorite Dynasty Warriors character with one of my favorite Pokemon. Zhang He, I believe, got Articuno.
There you go.
And he turned that battle into a thing of beauty.
Alright, so we're gonna... I was gonna see if we could run up to the sheep real quick and get a couple kills, but honestly, by the time we get up there, it's gonna be time for the, go fight something else, so let's just get half dozen of these guys, since they're so thrilled. And we'll see if we can proc them.
Alright, well I got the crawler
Congrats!
thing. I'll turn that in later, but I've got it.
Yeah. Yeah, you can turn it in
1,500
whenever you want.
Sweet tea, savory shank, red pondweed,
Mm-hmm.
Waxa rostrum, Wadska crest, Igdrant bowl, Igdrant root, Sawetsi claw, Sawetsi ice shard, Sawetsi pelt.
Yeah, the claw and the pelt, I believe, is used for upgrading pieces of gear to the 119 version. Don't quote me on that.
Yes, I think you're right. I think I wanted one of those.
Is usually by
Pelican
mine.
ring.
I think that's for fishing.
It is for fishing.
Mm-hmm.
But which one? There's like 7 fishing rings.
Right? I want to say the Pelican ring was the one that improves skill ups, but I may be remembering that differently.
If that's true, I'm gonna have to log in every day this month because I probably want that Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah. I'm going to pick up the pink Clematis for 1,000 points on Dent because I've definitely got this new theme that I'm going with on his upstairs mog house, where it's going to be more just kind of a meditation garden, except without the garden.
Mini's like, you want the facility rings, the divine, you need the facility rings. And I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe
It's
I'll
so
get one of
easy to
those.
get
And then I
so
see
many other
the-
ways.
And then I see the Pelican ring, and I'm like, I don't think I'm
Yes.
spending my points on that facility ring, buddy. He goes, God damn. I know he's gonna yell at me for that, but I'm probably getting that ring.
The 750 point items, the Melodious Plans, Timber Case, and Musicianary Kit, those are the 3 things that you use to craft together a music box for your mog house so that you can change the music in your mog
I
house.
have 2 of those. Is
Okay.
it the Orchestrion or the Spinet?
It's the Orchestron.
Then I've
Yep.
already got it.
Finally got that bug.
I believe I got that from buying the CD.
Awesome.
I know one is from buying the CD, so I'm passing on those 3. Now, if they put a,
I think there's other ways
if
of
they
getting
put a
around
rabbit
Christmas
wand or
time
something
too.
in here, I'll pick that up.
Mm-hmm. Move coupon I skill and move coupon IS1 I think is for like starter gear, but not bad for 100 points. It's already after 1600. Actually, I wonder. Oh, too late.
Albatross ring, heron ring, pelican ring, penguin ring, seagull ring.
I wonder if I can drag these guys all the way back to the crawlers. Not the crawlers. The, there we go. Hey, we got a warrior's mask, -1. Good luck, warrior. Alright, so now it's after 1600. We're going to be going after white shells. Those drop off the... Did I aggro something?
Mandy's?
Yes. They don't have Mandy's in this one. And Mandy's and Boo Boo Reboot drop bronze pieces for some reason.
I just
No, it's
remember
the
I was getting Mandy's,
Trents.
scorpions, and
There we go. The flea button. Yeah, that's in Boo Boo Remu. But we're in Valkrum, because Valkrum's empty. So we're gonna aggro... what do you say? About a dozen walking trees ought to be enough? We already got a couple... Excuse me. Pardon me. Passing through. Gonna make a loop-de-loop. Out of the way, Mayakov! I love Flea.
Yes, yes, sir.
It's kind of like bowling all of a sudden. First, we're going to have so many on us that we're going to be animation locked. And we're like, oh no. What have we done?
What are these crafting kits?
Those basically, all you have to do is add crystal, and it'll think of it. It basically has everything that you need in there.
For what recipe?
It'll tell you in the item description, but basically it's like, say you want to level your crafting to level 5 in alchemy, then you can go to the alchemy guild, pick up a bunch of these steels, and basically just add the earth crystal, and don't have to worry about going everywhere. Oh dear. Somebody used an AoE, now they're gonna die. And there we go. Quick, save the Lilithset. I pulled too many. I can't even see where I am. Alright, that's better. All I saw was Mayakov doing a somersault, getting back in there. This is what happens when you pull too many bad guys. You ever wonder why it is that the Pururu doesn't cast cure spells when you really want to casting cure spells?
You're not worthy.
Uh-huh.
That was what I always figured was like, damn, she's really,
She's all like, you're getting shell rot, and you're going to like it. I'm like, no, I'm going to die. She says, well, I'm going home then.
Yeah, or how about your adventuring fella? I was like, oh, I could use a healer, and then she blows all of her mana on just keeping buffs up that I don't really want.
Never the haste. Did I really? Of course, she is really good with debuffs. It's like, you get petrified, she's going to stone her. Yeah, no problem. Except for when she doesn't. And, there we go.
I feel like the Koetsu Claw is for my dagger.
Could be, yeah. I think
Either
that
the
sounds
Sandong or the
right.
Taming, sorry.
Maybe both.
Definitely for the Sandong.
I used a weapon skill to kill this Nightmare Hippogriff and it procced it.
Sinister Rain. I've never heard of that place before.
Sinister Rain is basically a place that you go after you defeat Seekers of Audolin, and gear drops there, really good gear, and Trust NPCs drop there. Supposedly the best tank Trust NPC in the game drops there, and somebody's doing a much better job at hurting these guys than me. Alright, Nightmare Hippogriff, we're gonna stab you.
Drops off Arcelia? Arcelia's a person.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's one of the folks that can show up in Sinister Rain.
Okay.
Think of it as all your allies have joined you, or challenged you to a fight.
Okay, so she can drop the Taming, sorry.
Okay.
One of the possible augments is Treasure Hunter +1.
Neat. That could come in handy.
The Taming, sorry itself is a level 99 Thief Bard Dancer Dagger. 110 damage, 211 delay, all ability scores +12, 20 accuracy and attack, 14 magic attack bonus, +108 to magic damage, +201 to magic accuracy skill.
In one ear, out the other. Sorry.
It's okay. It's a good dagger.
It's a good dagger. Yeah, I've seen it in a lot of the top 10 lists. And,
it's a really good dagger. So, like, that and the Sandong will be my two,
main hand,
daggers.
offhand.
Yeah.
Of course, by the time that you get to Sinister Rain and get the drop, there's going to be, like, Square Enix will have released new content. Even better droppage. So that's what I think they're going to be doing with Ambuscade next month. I have no reason to be thinking this. It's just what I would do if I was Square Enix. And it's like, alright, you like gear? You've gotten lots of gear from Ambuscade?
I'm just
How about weapons?
Card Crusher with Square Enix's logo over his face.
Good work.
I used to have optimal TH gear, and now I'm not even at half.
Just kill this thing quick now. Even though it was like 10% health.
So yes, I am buying
The attack button.
FFXI call.
1,500 points.
1,500 points.
Here's the thing. When they've got stuff like this available with the login points, that's the word I'm looking for. That's when the prices really go down. And it's like, I'm going to buy it now. I'm going to buy several. And then when the price goes back over 10 million, let's stick it back up at the auction house.
Oh yeah, I know how it works. There is a tree furniture piece in 14
Mm-hmm.
that I grabbed a bunch of from my house and then realized I didn't have enough space to put them all in that I've been holding on to. And I just
So
found out they
sad.
sell for 16 million a pop, and I'm holding 26 of them.
Of course, you don't want to offload them all at the same time.
No, I can't float them. I haven't logged into 14 since I've come back to 11, and I don't really regret it.
So Relic Hands 119 and feet is all you need. We're talking about Treasure Hunter, I guess. Probably. I mean, I don't know how much Treasure Hunter I have. I've got the +2 with the gloves, and then I've got another +1 with the sand dung, and that really seems like all I need. This is what I was wearing when I got the defending ring. Not that Treasure
Do you
Hunter
have
helps
the
with it.
Abyssia boots?
Not upgraded.
Okay. So you're sitting at the same number I am then, if that's all you've got. You'd have TH 3+4.
3+4. Which is a lot. Not to... Yeah, it's like, yeah, how you don't have enough Treasure Hunter, but that's... It's a lot more than you would get with a Trust NPC.
Somebody found a log tablet.
Ta-da!
Yeah, you have the same number I do because you can offhand your thief's knife.
I gave that to Song. Or I say I gave that to Song. He swiped it from me. So I don't know if having Sand Dung and then having a Thief's Knife in your offhand will work. I think it only takes Treasure Hunter from 1, but I don't know about that. There's
Well,
so
it
many different
calculates your
stories.
gear.
Mm-hmm.
So how Treasure Hunter works is
They share the
all
same
of
slot
your-
so they don't stack.
all of your traits are different. It is not an advancement. They are completely separate, and only the highest one matters. So if you're a maxed out thief, your base Treasure Hunter is 3. And then you calculate all of your gear up, and it's 3 plus X, where X is the number on your gear. And it just reads that number. So I would imagine that they would have to do extra coding to make it not read your offhand. Because that's where I always have mine, and it always reads.
Sounds right. Just going to go ahead and eviscerate this guy. And he's still going to live. So creepy, all these Yoda eyes staring at me. Okay. Don't know if they are Yoda eyes, but kinda, yeah. Little Yoda-ish. It's like, oh, Proc, my friend, you did. Now you die. I remember years and God. I know a lot of people don't count the second set of Star Wars movies that came out as part of canon, but the first time that we saw Yoda kick ass was in that second movie, and I guess we were at Denny's, and
Clones or whatever.
friend did a perfect Yoda voice, and he's all like, kick your ass, I did. Oh.
I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to do it, but now I go a little too high. I keep hearing from people that the best order to watch those movies in is just don't watch the first one. Don't watch Phantom Menace. Just completely skip it and pretend it didn't happen. And then watch
Not a fan of
episode
Barbara.
4,
Jar Jar.
5, 2, 3, 6, 7. That is the best order to watch them in. If you're like to have your kids watch them, because then the I Am Your Father isn't spoiled for them. They can still have that wonder that we all had. Because not only prequels bad, they ruin the suspense of the old ones. So yeah, watch 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, 7.
4, 5, 2, 3, 6.
So A New Hope, Empire, and then go back and watch the second and third movie of the prequels, and then watch Return of the Jedi, and then watch The Force Awakens.
It's like, I don't know, I guess it also depends on the age. Because I want to say it's like kids at the time, they really didn't think that the Phantom Menace was all that bad.
There's
I mean, everybody else did, but
I thought it was kind of, like I was into it because lightsabers, but like a lot of my friends didn't like it as time went on, and I eventually didn't like it either. But there was actually a documentary that came out, and I forget who did it, so I'm sorry if anyone wants to look it up. You're gonna have to like really look for it. But there's a documentary that there was like a syndrome of people that were in denial that a Star Wars movie could be bad. Like they just didn't want to believe it, so they psyched themselves into believing the Phantom Menace was good for years.
I started thinking, if this one's bad, then maybe the other ones are bad.
Well, it was that Star Wars is such a cultural, like, it's like Back to the Future or Lord of the Rings. It's like they're all just so good. So this must be, Phantom Menace must be good. How could it be bad? And they like psych themselves into believing that. It's really interesting.
It's my complaint. You know, it's all like, man's gonna make the movies he wants to make, and you know, maybe if you don't like it, then you don't like it. What I had a problem with was the remasters that he did for the first trilogy.
Yes.
It's
what, you didn't
these
like
movies
the video in Jabba's Palace?
won Oscars for their special effects when they were first made. And basically he's going, all right, we're going to take that and we're going to outsource it and make it, you know, not look timeless. But, yeah. Did you know Unity accolades lead to prize powder, which leads to suffering? Thank you, Ron Fargat. I did not know that. I'm calling Greenpeace and reporting your excessive removal of the trees. They have home points. They come back. Besides, we're just doing it to free the white shells.
Why is it going to be the white shells?
I don't know why it has to be the white shells. It's what drops. See? Except this one didn't drop it. There he goes. Tukuku white shells. If you, Greenpeace is going to hate us when you see what we do to the sheep later.
So I'm hunting El Shamo newts. Actually, I should look at the pop on this NM.
It's a lot of
I don't have
accolades.
you make a full stack of goblin drinks and then find out I have to wait 10 hours to pop it again.
Yeah. No, I don't think you have to wait to 10 hours. I think you just basically have to, what's the word I'm looking for?
The scrawled writing will respawn 15 minutes after Goblin Wolfman despawns or is defeated.
Race is calling them white shells. Are those even trees? They're fairies. That's what they are. They're fairies. They're Trents. Yeah. They hang out in the trees. And if you leave them alone long enough, they will kick your ass.
I am no tree.
You should see the saplings, which link with the trees. And they're so cute when they're angry. And they're like, nyeh, and try and hit you with their little sprouts.
So, this NM has been killed enough times that there is an actual, like, the number for the drop percentage is black. It's sitting at 16.2%. So I think I will farm a full stack of El Shamo newts.
I want to say I was fairly lucky with the drop rate on it. I was like 1 for 1 for each of my characters.
You can buy them, but they're
Newts?
they're over 8,000 gold. The newts.
I would farm them. I think that's what I did.
I'm
It's
gonna
always
farm
been
it.
cheap. It's more fun to farm. It's like you're always doing it.
So let's see which one has the best drop rate. Oh no, they're all in Sea Serpent Grotto. Okay. So I'm going to Sea Serpent Grotto.
Cyndaquil's on the fire Pokemon side. Because, you know,
Reasons.
take that grass type.
Did anyone pick Bulbasaur? I dated a girl that her
I just
favorite
realized
was
this.
Bulbasaur.
I have a fire type Pokemon attacking trees. Lots and lots of trees. I always wanted to do Blue Mage on her so she could learn Flamethrower.
Do you play Pokemon Go?
I did for the first month.
Are you aware that if you want to find a fire Pokemon, the best place to go is gas stations.
No, I didn't know that.
That is actually a thing.
It was a gentleman that was watching the stream, and he was in New Mexico, and he was saying, like, there's a mountain out here that's just covered in Charmanders. And you're like, that's kind of neat.
I went to DC a few weekends ago, and if you go to the FDR Memorial, there is 7 Pokestops, and there was at least 500 people standing around with their phones out.
Yeah.
And it was kind of creepy.
Yeah.
But
It's just
all of
wild.
them were, all of the Pokestops, all 7 of them were lured, and there's Squirtles all over it. The FDR Memorial is Squirtle heaven.
I think, is that because of... No.
Well, there's a big lake or pond all around.
The reflecting pond? Yeah.
And I'm
was
trying
like-
to remember everything I found there. I found a Magnemite there, Geodude, Squirtle.
Squirtle. It was like Washington, D.C. was originally a swamp,
I can believe that.
and they drained it so that they could,
Yeah.
I say they, it was one guy in particular that pretty much thought up the dream of a... Man, I'm going to mispronounce this. It was I think he was like a self-proclaimed, was it Zeitgeist or that word? I don't remember how it goes. Is it?
They
There we
need to
go.
drain it again.
You need to drain it again.
When we were there, we were trying to walk around it, and it had overflowed, completely covering the walk that they built around it and going into the tree line and up to the street.
Sounds about right. It's DC. It's probably not the best place in the world to live, but there are worse places. Hey, look, we got a Dragoon. Accidentally.
It's interesting that you mentioned that because people aren't supposed to live there, but they do anyway.
Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, and people are pushing to make Washington, D.C. a state, and not being a state is the entire point of Washington, D.C., so that's kind of frustrating. That
Suppose I
people
could
are
see that.
pushing for that.
I'm gonna hit Eviscerate and see if we can take that exemplar. Ho ho ho. Alright. Back to killing the Fungars. Because you kill the Fungars before you kill the sheep. And you kill the sheep before you get the bronze pieces to drop. And you get the bronze pieces to drop before you finish making Excalibur. Which is the whole reason why we're still here. God. It's 2016. We're still in Dynamis.
Yeah, I'm on the step that you are on, I think, the 61.
Not that it's a race.
No, I'm not on a race.
Dynamis
I'm just
Tuesday.
saying-
I remember that episode.
Yeah. So it's like that's where I left off. But I think you and I need a different item. I don't think
Yeah.
Excalibur uses the same one as I do.
It was like I did the 61 pieces last week, and now I just need the 10,000 bronze pieces.
Oh, you killed that step already. Wow. way to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I kind of cheated and bought the last of my coins.
Well, I mean,
Only 2 weeks of Yokai Watch remain in 14, and I have gotten only 3 weapons.
I finished that out.
Congrats!
I've got my.
I should
I don't.
look into that.
Everybody's just calling them sperm cars.
I don't know if you can use that word in my stream.
I use the medical,
I know.
but I will take note of that.
It's like, I allow cussing in okay circumstances, like when I spill beer all over my microphone and controllers and mice.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Earlier when it was like be right back, bio break. Yeah, it was cleaning up that mess. It's like my mouse pad now smells like Corona.
No.
There's worse things.
There is worse things, like Corona a week from now.
It was yeah.
I actually do try to like watch what I say on your stream. I usually have a way worse mouth than I do.
And so like just it was like if you ever were in interview with Prince and use any type of foul potty mouth language, and he's all like, no, language.
Oh, really?
And
Was he like that?
yeah, he was all like, and definitely do not take the Lord's name in vain. That's like fastest way out of Presley Park was doing that. And
That's interesting.
it's like, you have a song called Sexy MF, and he's all like, yeah.
Yeah, but this is my house, my interview, my rules.
It's like, you know, you were on MTV wearing pants that didn't have a seat in the shape of a heart. He's like, yeah. What's your point? And I'm like, nah, that's it. That's it. It's you can get away doing stuff like that because you are the prince, and I'm just, you know, the guy. But no, it's the only thing is I don't want to put a rating on my show. It's like, you have to be 18 or over to watch Final Fantasy 11 online. This actually have to be what, probably like
13.
25 and over to even remember Final Fantasy 11 now.
Oh god. If you figure its prime was
2006 to 2009.
2009, yeah.
Yeah.
That is so strange to think about.
Yeah. I was watching a documentary this weekend from a band from the 90s. Well, actually, they're older than the 90s, but they didn't actually become popular until like their 7th or 8th studio album called, it's a British band called Pulp, P-O-L-P. And I was always kind of irritated with myself is that I didn't discover them until after everybody else had discovered them.
Oh, really?
Like,
What are you?
it.
You're a retro hipster?
Yeah. Well, this was in the 90s before that was a thing, but pretty much.
I suppose. That's why I
And-
still got mad at Metallica for selling out. That was the big music
Wow,
critique.
I've forgotten all about that, but yeah. Actually, I didn't even like Metallica until after I saw them in concert, and I thought, these guys are really good.
Yeah, it
you
was
know.
a different time. Like,
Yeah.
people, like, bands, like, lost fans for
Not
having
res-
merchandise and stuff back in the 90s.
Yeah, it's... You would think it's really weird, too, because, you know, bands in the 80s, they really respected their fans as long as the female fans would take off their top.
Yep.
Kind of respect. But it was like in the 90s, it was like bands don't respect their fans. They want them throwing their bodies into each other in mosh pits and getting injured and that kind of thing.
That's not what that was about.
Yeah, I don't know, but oh well.
And there's bands that go back to the 80s way of doing things, like Steel Panther. Steel Panther constantly has their fans removing their tops. They're female fans.
Like Guns N' Roses. I remember at the Astrodome a long time ago. The guy in charge of the spotlights would just be moving the spotlight around throughout the crowd, and it would stop on a woman, and everybody in the Astrodome would be cheering for this woman to. This is definitely going into not safe for children territory, but cover your ears, kids.
Yeah.
To remove their top, and then I don't know if it was because of the alcohol, if it was the fact that you had like 60,000 20-somethings yelling, you know, take it off, yeah, and all cheering when you did it. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that if they ever put the spotlight on me. Probably not, but probably not.
Do you remember Courtney Love in the 90s?
That gets political.
No, I'm not going. I'm just
I'm just saying, it's...
that one concert she did that everybody like criticized her for
Mhm.
because she took off her own top while
Mhm.
performing, and everybody
Yeah.
gave her a ton of junk for it.
Forgetting the whole fact of what she used to do for a living before somebody built her a band. Sorry. No,
Don't
no,
be sorry. That is
no.
absolutely
it's-
true.
Um,
But at least she learned to play.
I mean, that's not the reason I dislike her, and I could care less if she wanted to do something for her fans. My whole thing was that she got in the way of Trent Reznor and Tori Amos, and that's never getting fixed. Like,
Yeah, that was sad.
love is over. And it can. I was like, yeah, Courtney Love and Kurt Cobain had a kid, and you know, it's just basically going to be the diluted of that. Can you imagine Tori Amos and Trent Reznor had a child, and what that would do to the world another 10, 20 years from now, it's like, oh god. It was like, oh well, that's never gonna happen. But
20 years, less than that.
well, yeah, it's like back when they were getting together, but these things take a while to gestate. It's
A lot of people do not like Courtney Love for reason X, Y, Z. She's like the Yoko Ono of our generation. Everybody hates her.
I kind of like Yoko.
I do like Yoko. I don't blame her. I'm just using it as an example. I don't like every single one of the Beatles have said it wasn't her fault, and nobody listens. Every
My
single
mom
one or another
hates Yoko, and
well, yes, he
therefore,
does.
by extension, the rest of Japan. But it's like, mom.
Yeah,
That's not cool. You're so like, her
I don't know
dad,
if
my
hate is
grandfather
the right
was
word.
in World War II in the Pacific Theater, and he's got quite a few expletives for the country. And it's all like, well, I mean, I'll give him the pass because they were firing bullets and grenades at him. So
Yeah. I don't even know if Paul really hated her. They weren't friends, but when Yoko and John were going through all the custody stuff, Paul supported them, and this was fresh out of the ordeal. I mean, he wasn't George Harrison level of being a good person, but
yeah, I don't know. It's I honestly think the reason the Beatles were so great was because of both John and Paul. Just the sheer ability of them competing with one another, trying to outdo each other with the next song.
yeah.
I mean, that's
I would
just
also-
awesome.
Go ahead.
This is...
I thought you were done, and then you started talking again.
Sorry, I was reading the chat, and I was like, this is so entertaining when you're traveling on the boat to Mahara. It's like, watching paint dry is entertaining when you're traveling on the boat to Mahara, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a major part of it, but also I think the fact that all four of them had very diverse they like to play different music. Like Paul liked to do like ballads and love songs, and Sean was all of his music came from like
double and triple meanings
internalized and everything. And George Harrison was a skiffle man, and he was very worldly, so he brought all that into his music. So like and they all had very different music styles, and they were all very good at their particular niche. So you got a huge amount of hits out of them.
You ever watch the Across the Universe musical?
I have watched it, not recently.
There's one of those. My mom, huge Beatles fan. She wore black in high school when she was a kid because the Beatles always wore black, and yeah. She's not gothic. It's just I guess the 60s. I remember picking this up because I was going through a musical phase. It was around the same time that Sweeney Todd came out, so you can get away with stuff like that back then.
The old Sweeney Todd, not the...
No, the DVD with what's his name, Johnny Depp and Johnny Depp's mom, Helena Bonham Carter, who couldn't sing, despite her best efforts. But you can't have a Johnny Depp movie without having
That's when you were in high school?
HBC. Yeah, well, I think she did her best in that. But anyways, Across the Universe, so many of the songs that they use I wouldn't think would have double meanings. I always thought that Strawberry Fields was actually talking about Strawberry Fields. Just like I always thought that Rolling Berry Fields was always talking about Rolling Berry Fields. But now it's all like... I think it was when it was during the Wings of the Goddess campaign, and I was crossing Rolling Berry Fields with all the bombed out craters, listening to Strawberry Fields Forever. And I was like, oh my goodness. It's all making sense. Kind of like how Cyndaquil's still fighting grass types right now. Hits might have been a choice word. Lucy in the sky with diamonds. Yeah.
Everybody still thinks that's about drugs, even though John said numerous times it's about a picture that his kid drew.
Could have been. There was a kid at work who picked sibling's name and picked Lucy. And they're like, "Oh, why'd you do Lucy? Was it from Peanuts?" And she's like, "Nah, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds." This is like an 8-year-old, and I'm like, "Bravo!" But at the same time, what the hell do your parents let you listen to? You know, it's like, please tell me they haven't. They probably played the White Album for her.
When I was in high school, I told my parents that if I ever had kids, it was a boy, the kid's name would be Link or Furion. If it was the girl, it would be Lilith or Alessa.
Okay.
And my mom was like, "Well, I get 2 of those. I don't know what Furion or Alessa is." And
Yeah.
like, well, Furion's from Final Fantasy 2, and Alessa's from a game called Silent Hill. And she's like, "Oh, okay." And then like a month later, she saw me playing Silent Hill. She's like, "I don't know if I like that."
I don't know. It's just not Maria, but from Silent Hill 2. Could be worse. There's Mrs. always asks, "So if we have a kid, this is what the name's going to be." And I'm like, "No. If we have a kid and it's a boy, his name's being Dentral." She's like, "No." I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Well, anything you pick, I have to agree on." And they're like, "No. Whoever's paying the hospital the money for the birth certificate." That's the way I see it. But yeah. Of course, we haven't had any kids, so we have to use our kid names on cats.
You usually get a lot of cats.
Lots and lots of cats. Should have been worse. Like Shantoto 2. Name your daughter Shantoto 2.
Shantutu.
Shantutu. What time is it? 6:27. Let's see. I bet if I use the spectral jig, but keep the visibility on or off, I can run past this here Fungar, get his attention without. Never mind. I totally messed that up. It's the sneak you're supposed to turn off. Run past you could. I don't know how those guys did an aggro, but I guess I won't complain. Alright, there's an aggro. Let's go over here, get these guys. I don't know if there is a name from Final Fantasy 11 characters that I would be okay with as a kid's name. So maybe like Shadow Lord.
Oh, another Mog tablet.
It's alright. Alright. They're reading the roll off in school and you're going here. I don't know if they do that anymore. They probably don't. Probably have to like log into school now.
Attendance?
Yeah. Calmanute? Is there a Calmanute? Where are you? And you're like, here. Definitely not Koromoro.
Where are you?
Esquilbilo.
Oh, that's another one. There's also somebody on my 14 server named Karaha Baruha.
Karaha Baruha.
Or however it's pronounced. Karuha Baruha.
Aldo. Can Aldo come out and play?
Trailer, right?
Yep.
That's what I always thought.
And his sister is the chick in Sabina, who has no memory, but yet has a child of her own, who she named Aldo.
Oh, I found some of the Sahagins I need to cure.
Ta-da!
And I didn't even find the one with only 1% drop rate.
What?
What's that?
Maybe I'll get some of the NMs. I don't remember what they drop, but maybe I'll get some of that. Then you can trade that gear over to the, what do you call it? The person by the outpost that you trade gear to, so that you can get...
Brook, River, and Rivulant. All here. I don't even need to go through a door. This is good.
Yeah. Just aggro them all, kill them all, do some fishing while they repop.
Oh, I didn't bring a pole.
Man.
I didn't bring my... What am I on?
It's like...
Halcyon, Carbon, Hume? I don't know. All my fishing was the Knights. El Shimo Newt.
There you go.
Right away.
This is the good stuff. Alright, GG.
Oh, they
Visceration.
rigged. I'm pulling them all.
Yeah. Because they always carry a fishing pole, especially when you're in Nord or on your way to Nord, because, you know.
My inventory's full.
Put it in your mug wardrobe.
Well, yeah, it's not so much for the that, it's for the fish.
That's what I do with all my bait, too. I remember one player, he was a recruiter in his guild. His name was Anal Power. And the GMs would let that... Of course they would.
Well, 75 of my inventory slots are on my bazaar.
Oh, okay.
So it's not really
Fair.
the rod so much as the fish.
Lots and lots and lots of fish. So, there was a player on this server back in the day. His character's name was Flame Ass. Flameass. And he got to keep the name for a great long time until a GM shortened it to Flamey. It was all like, so sad. Everyone was like comforting him every time that they saw Flamey. And they're like, sorry, man.
There is...
It's a cruel world.
You know what? I am just going to, when I kill these things or die trying, I am going to type at you a name I saw in 14 the other day.
It's going to show up on the chat.
No,
but...
I'll do it in Discord.
Oh, okay. I won't click over to that. Well, not yet. Probably.
I might actually die.
Did you pull too many Shahagan?
I pulled all of them, so we'll find out.
Well, a lot of them will probably despawn because they're going to try casting spells at you.
No, they're all on top of me. I'm in the donut room.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing alien... No, they're not going to kill me. They only got me to orange before I killed most of them. But I'm really getting these newts. Drop rate is dude.
They don't stack, unfortunately.
Oh, they
Or
don't?
they didn't. They didn't stack when I did it. They might stack now.
Oh, I'm going to have to manipulate some inventory then.
Inventory management while streaming. That's usually what I like doing. Alright.
That's good for views.
Uh-huh. It's like, those of you that are on the fence about coming back to FF11, just watch the next 10 minutes. And you'll be like, oh yeah, that sucks. I ain't coming back. So maybe if I put this here and I go...
Toad? Mermaid head? What is going on here? What is
Yeah, the mermaid head is a pop item. I think I pulled too many sheep again. It's okay, because we're doing it for the sheep. JA spamage.
I'm
Get some
passing on these
props.
seashells.
Those stack. I think they send for like 10 gil a pop.
I'm passing on these seashells.
Curing
I never
wolves.
did anything with my crawler and I have beastman seals on me. I done goofed.
He.
Elshimo newts do not stack, so this fire crystal's going away.
Bye, Fire Crystal. We barely knew ya. Okay, more JA spam.
Roll of regen 2 does not stack. I need to like...
I don't think that last one procced. I mean, we only got like 2 bronze pieces out of it. And no, we got 3 bronze pieces out of it and a Forgotten Touch. So, Apuru is really letting me get low on the health tonight. That's all I'm going to say. There we go.
She'll never let you down at letting you down.
I mean, considering I've got 4 other Dancer Trust NPCs in here that can spam Curing Waltz onto me, it's like... Alright. I never thought I'd do this again. Hit perfect dodge.
I had my finger over the button. I was ready to do that.
I mean, it probably doesn't help that I've got the bad shoes on, but putting the good shoes back on. There we go. More JA spammage. I haven't even seen these guys procced until that most recent one.
Blackened toad.
Yeah, it's basically a regular toad after you add a fire crystal and some salt. I think. Might be the high quality version. Probably not. JA spam.
Oh, it is a food. It is a food you can just eat.
Yeah. If you're Mithra, you can eat all that stuff.
That's true.
Except the mermaid head. Can't eat the mermaid head.
It's not an ingredient in anything.
Yeah, the mermaid head, I think, is some quest item. I don't remember
Wow,
what
it's
it's
actually
for.
pretty good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 2 dex, plus 2 agility, minus 1 mind, resist poison.
Most seafood is pretty decent for Paladin. Remember, fish kebabs.
Yeah.
Remember,
I don't even
make
remember what I was eating back in the day. I think I was eating sushi.
crab sushi.
One of them.
baked crab. Crab on a stick. No, I was using fish kebabs when everyone else was using their myth kebabs, and I guess I could have been using the myth kebabs as well to increase DPS and maybe kill the stuff faster, but...
Oh, wow, they respawn fast. I like
every
this
5
area.
minutes. Yeah. Gonna have to spam another curing bolts. There we go. Somebody cast a cure spell onto me. Evisceration.
You said that
Oh.
I used it.
Good. Lilithette used her AoE button, and I don't think it stole hate. They're still going after me. Alright. Maybe she missed. It's possible. These things happen in Final Fantasy XI. Use an AoE weapon skill and it misses everything within range. See it.
But hits everything out of range, right?
Yeah, there you go. It's all like, hey, remember those bees that you weren't going to aggro? You're like, yeah,
There they
they're
are.
totally aggroed, and they're like spamming
Holy cow, that
pollen. That's
that
it.
and then it has a lot of drops.
Mm-hmm.
That bard and then the abyss Sahagan.
Spoony bards. Maybe it only looks like an AoE weapon skill, because she's doing so many pirouettes. Evisceration. Okay, we're at 75 out of 80. I was thinking of actually picking up Mog Wardrobes 3 and 4, so I could stash all the Dynamis drops in there. Never have to worry about them dropping.
You can store those all in slips.
Yeah.
That's what
Slips
I
are full. And then they drop again. This is typically, back when we were doing this for Aegis, Lenos would say, well, you know, you could get a Windower add-on that and filter that stuff out so it'll automatically pass. Yeah. If we wanted to play the game easier than it already is, but...
El Shimonute, get. Oh, I love it.
So how many are you going for?
I'm gonna go for 12.
Okay. Nice dozen.
Yeah, because I figured the drink stack 12. And
See, it's
I
like...
can just, that should be enough.
You, see, if you get 12, it's going to take 11 kills before you get what you're looking for. But if you get 3, it's only going to take 2 kills. Because FF11 logic.
Yeah, but which 2 kills? It might be 2 kills after I've run out of drinks.
Fair enough. It's always one more.
Yep.
Or stabby McStep stabs. Ever fight the bee notorious monster in Crawler's Den before they nerfed it. Party of 675, 7 hours, and it was constantly healing due to all the TP it was getting. We need stuns. But, no, I never
Monks.
fought
Needed
that.
monks.
More monks. Everybody 100-fisting it. Zerg.
Subtle blow.
There you go. Finally 3 mages nuke the crap out of it.
Sleep nuke. That's another way to do it. Sleep nukes. Oh, Grotto chest key. I don't want that. That sounds weak.
Grotto? Was it the chest key that you used to get the, what do you call it? Map? Or was it the coffer key? I don't think there was a coffer in that.
Oh, there's
zone,
definitely
but...
a coffer.
Okay.
Because this is a zone where you can get AF.
Oh. Yeah, I guess it would be.
Well, actually, that might not be true. There are a couple zones, only a chest, and it comes out of there.
Hmm. There's always just finding the chest that was painful. The good part was we stole it from the guild traders. So sad, because you know the guild traders didn't get dinner that night.
I was watching some video where a bunch of RMTs were fighting some NM or something, and something like Ruan or something like that. It spawned right at a teleport platform. And I was watching this party, and as soon as they killed the first monster, the NM popped, and the paladin flashed it immediately and stole it from the RMPs. And you just see them logging out.
I was like, get this. Is Dent interested in doing salvage this week?
There is a coffer.
There is a coffer.
There is a coffer.
That would make sense, because they got some truly higher level mobs in that zone.
And truly higher level areas, all those doors where you get the different tiered coins.
You know, there was stuff that would aggro you at 75 and kill you at 75.
Yep.
Especially if you didn't realize Sneak was off. It's like, oh no, what have I done?
I have erred. I have erred.
Quick work, Cudgel. Equip! Get me out of here! I'm like, wait, I'm gonna have to farm that damn door key thingy again. The one past the, not the golden door. That was another door.
Or silver.
No, well, they had those as well, but it was the door you needed to go through to be able to get to the weapon skill fight for Polearm. I don't remember the name of that one.
Well,
Impulse
I'm a thief,
Drive.
so I could just steal those.
Yeah.
Thief life, best class, get good.
I'm not against the idea of doing salvage this week. It's just I kind of want to get Excalibur done. You know? It's like,
Wait, why did that say TH7?
hmm.
Oh, I don't have my Thieves Knife equipped.
Wah, wah, wah.
I have Repetus equipped. Repetus Sax.
That's what kills him faster.
1% haste on a quick dagger, I'll take it. Good offhand piece. I'm using that in Twilight Knife. I used to have a pair of maxed out Thotchkas, but I'm an idiot.
I should almost know what that is.
Thotchkas
are the...
Trials,
Okay.
the wind one specifically. And when I quit the game, all of the augmented stuff was in the same text window as the main weapon. There
Okay.
wasn't the triangle thing where you had to hit the X button if you're using a controller like I am.
Right.
Just all the augments. So I threw away all of my job torques and my maxed out Thotchkas because I thought when I world transferred it deleted all the augments. So I lost 44 evasion and 22 agility. And I was
Back when that was a
sad
lot,
twice.
too.
I was sad twice. Because, like, they
No.
were 99 weapons.
Why?
I have erred! Mistakes were made!
Excuse me, Mr. GM, but I did this and all of this because I thought of this, and now I'm finding out that that didn't have to be the case. And he's all like, yeah, I can bring back one.
I didn't even ask. I have not used my...
One time only? Because you keep wanting to think that there might be something worse down the road.
Well, it's not only that, but, like... I'm looking at the two knives we were talking about earlier, Sandung and the training area or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I would
Wow.
want those now. They're just better,
Mhm.
and they have they're all of the knives I use now into two knives. So it's like it's like you know,
You would have tossed it eventually for inventory space.
yeah, and they were my tanking and weapon skilling knives anyway. They weren't my auto attack knives. So
I think
Not
Sandung
used
can
laws.
be upgraded further too now. I haven't looked into it. I want to say it can. Somebody else should be able to tell me. I just remember that it was all like, you can upgrade this, and all the weapons that you get from, what's his name, Oberon? In Port Juno? Except you can't do the shields or the Bard instrument. I'm all like, oh no, we're gonna go talk to him. Like, we'll eventually go talk to him when we do this again on... Okay. Look at me, pulling too many sheep and... Come on. Target it. There we go. Curing waltzes. Lots and lots of curing waltzes. Back up. Back up. Not you, kitty. Uh-oh. One got too close. He's spinning around on top of my Cyndaquil. When is it? 13:35? Yep. You remember the first thing that you ever tossed accidentally that you didn't mean to toss?
I've never done it.
It was it was a wedding in-game that I'd gone to, and I didn't realize that at the end of it, everyone would be using fireworks and that kind of stuff, and fortunately I had some on me, so it was like, okay. So I just started spamming everything in my inventory slot, forgetting the fact that I had my 4-leaf clover in my inventory slots, and accidentally ate that.
Oh man.
I was like, whoops. Kid Colo, happy Tuesday.
Oh, that was a snack.
I was like, wow, that's only going to last 5 minutes. And everyone was sending Nikki congratulation messages and this, that, and all the other stuff. And she's all like, yay, thank you, thanks for coming. And I'm all like, I think I just ate my 4-leaf clover. Just, what? I remember tossing my first link shell accidentally. Oh! I think Dent still has all his, even the very first one. Even though they well past their prime. Taking up way too many inventory slots. I guess I should toss them, especially the ones I don't remember. That would make sense. He's even got the Blue Dot game, which doesn't exist anymore. And I know if he was to equip it for old time's sake, it would automatically self-destruct.
What does he have?
There's Link Pearls from Link Shells that are no longer with us.
Well, no, those aren't destroyed, I don't think, if the owner just ghosted.
Mm-hmm. But if the owner actually destroyed the Link Shell, I believe it goes away. Next time you equip it, I might be wrong. Probably, yeah.
Yes.
There was one video I remember watching. I think it was on YouTube. It might have been somewhere else. And I'm kicking myself for not making a recording of it and saving it to the hard drive kind of thing, because it was a Link Shell that, when Sky was brand new, this was the group that we're going to go do Sky, and we're going to get all the drops and this, that, and the other. And they were fighting Suzaku when Suzaku had the old Big Bird form, and fighting Byakko when Byakko was just another tiger. And it was all in video, and they'd all gotten it, and then they showed them all in their outstanding Sky / God gear in the cathedral in Upper Juno. And they're like standing on this, everyone was standing on the perimeter of a circle that was in the ground there. And Link Shell leader / recorder of the video was recording as everyone's spamming their 2 hours, firing off fireworks and just doing everything. And since he's standing in the center, he's spinning the camera around, and it's really well thought out. And it's as they're doing this, he destroys the Link Shell because, you know, quit while you're on top. I was just, and that's when the video ended. It was like building up to this crescendo, and it was just like boop, and just like that, it's gone. I was like, oh, why would they do such a thing? You know, it's
wow.
all like,
Yeah, I'm kind of in awe.
it's all like, you know, did the video for the memories, not the Link Pearl that will take up the inventory space back when, you know, back when inventory space was
So it was just a
lot
Link
more
Shell
steep.
for farming Sky, and everybody had everything, and it was done.
Uh-huh.
So
And instead
no
of
more purpose for
continuing it for trying to get more money and that kind of thing, it's all just like, all right, we're done. Let's all meet up here. We'll have a little going away / party and break the shell. And it's just like, because you can drag a good thing on for way too long and it not have the,
He
how
said
shall we
when talking
say,
about Final Fantasy 11.
feel-good memories that it once did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's this whole game.
I just don't know that, you know, I don't know, I've never had to break a Link Shell before. I've only ever created one, and that's this here Dentral Core with the oh so lovely color orange. Link Pearl. But, and that was just more for a reminder for myself. It's all like, okay, you're farming this thing and you're sending it to this mule, you know, that kind of thing. No, I suppose we could use it for streaming purposes, but just now that I'm thinking about it, instead of choosing Dentral _ livestream, I should have chosen Dentral Core, but well. think I'd already picked Dentral. I forgot what the login information was. Memories. More sheeps. Now that we only got like 4 in-game minutes left of sheeps. Right? Yep, 1600. Now we can do AoE weapon skill spammage. Get all the hate back. Just like that. Would have been awesome if they'd all procced, but...
Weapon skill is the hardest to proc.
Yeah.
Which
except when you're trying not to do it.
One.
Mm-hmm. Unless you're like using really bad weapons.
Unless you're using Shadow Stitch.
Well, there's also energy drain. I've seen that work. See, just worked. It does 0 points of damage. But then you got all these other trust NPCs pounding away on it.
Yeah, I just...
Energy drain.
I don't know what the... There are different schools of thoughts on the best way to farm Dynamis and anything, really.
Mm-hmm.
I really just like to sit on one mob until I get the proc, and then I have a partner who it's his job to just kill them. So I like the duo method of Dynamis.
I used to bring Dentral in with me on, I guess this was back before you could bring trust NPCs in here. And, words. He would bring his Beastmaster, so that Cyniquil would proc the mob, and then once it was procced, he would use, like, the big tiger, I think it was Randy, and would just use his, weapon, or that ability that Beastmasters use that make their pets do the really powerful weapon skill thing. Yeah,
sure.
That thing. He would use that, and it would basically like do 10,000 points of damage to the mob, and the mob would die. Move on to the next one. Proc the next one.
That's what I used to do. I used to go in with a Beastmaster or a Samurai, and or a Dancer, and the Dancer would whatever.
Sick. That's what it's called.
No, it wasn't a Dancer.
Sick.
I was Sub-Dancer.
See, I didn't call my macros sick. I just called it kill. Because kill buttons. Kill button. K-I-double-L. He's like, alright, we got it proc. Somebody hit the kill button. Dude hits the kill button. Mob falls down. Dies. On to the next one. How we missed that. Alright, we're gonna take off the sneak. And we're gonna play soccer with a bunch of trees. Wonder how many I can pull. That would be too many.
People don't want to do a duo method of Dynamis. They just go, because you can go in as much as you want, so they just go in and they just kill everything and kill everything and kill everything, and they don't care if they proc or not.
Yeah, really. Oh,
and I don't know if that's more
somebody
or
else
less
here.
efficient.
I was wondering if somebody else would join us in Valkrum Dunes. Somebody has. Back up a bit. There we go. Hopefully I won't die. Probably gonna die now. Somebody else is here. We're gonna do search area, current area. There's a couple. Yeah. It's gonna happen. It's Valkrum Dunes. This place is awesome. Except when it's not.
I'm dropping this Mermaid Head.
Yeah. So another one can drop in its place.
Oh no, I'm already out of there. I got my 12.
Whoops.
I'm Juno, dropping off Beastman Seals and stuff, and figuring out what these scrolls are worth. I got an Auspice and 3 regen 2.
5k, 2k, 2k, and 2k.
Probably. Alright, auction house site.
It always sucks when they're worth more to the vendors than they are in the auction house.
Honestly, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm. But you don't know that, so it's like, well, this last one sold for 1k, so I'm going to stick this one up for 1k. And then it sells instantly, and you're like, wow, somebody must have needed that. They're like, going straight to the vendor, making 500 gil. Thanks, player.
Well, I always check what it vendors for. Like right now, Auspice is 3k.
Okay.
And if I check the auction house site, and then I click the Wikia button. And then I go over here, I see it vendors for 1k.
Yup. It's like, I understand it's really easy just to see what the last one sold for, and then just stick it up for that price. Oh, that can be manipulated against you if you don't do your research. Or at the same time, though, it's like there's a player out there who that's what they do. It's like some of us go out to Dynamis, we farm coins. Others we like to do crafting and do. There's one guy who's just spamming the auction house for stuff that people put on for. Yeah, it's like tries to get that, and
I did that.
I wonder if that's going to be like.
I still have it.
You weren't doing that for like 8 hours a day, though, were you?
No, I just do it every once in a while on funny things like cracking clubs, aristocrats, coats. Just stuff that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah, just see if it just went up there. JMac50, happy Tuesday. We are still working on the Excalibur. We are in need of 100 multi-owned silver pieces. We're at 57, 58-ish. I'm hoping to get about another stack before the end of tonight, and then we're going to stick some stuff on the auction house and then purchase some more. Assuming that there's still stuff on the auction house. There's other folks here. And we're going to be going after the exact same mobs because creativity is for the weak. I'm going to try some. Haven't done it in a while. It's not going to be great. But let's get the spectral jig on so I don't accidentally aggro everything. I have 3 sets of trust macros. The J trust is the job ability ones, which is a solid gold dance team that's following me. It's what we use most of the time. Now, there is one that is mostly samurai, and they do use weapon skills. And I think I'm going to try them out again.
Okay, I need to see who owns the Kuzotz region.
Kuzotz.
Let's see, region info, conquest. I think Kuzotz is...
Wendy? Because Wendy owns everything. Who's in first? This? Oh, it's Wendy, Sandy, and Best stuff.
Kuzotz! No! No!
Beastman?
Beastman!
What thing is it that you need to buy from there?
Watermelon.
Oh,
I'm gonna go
God.
to the guild and
Yeah. It's probably pretty cheap in the guild.
that was unfortunate because...
No
like,
thunder melons. Yeah.
This is
The
okay.
hell?
I'm not hard up for a couple hundred gil.
Not yet.
Not yet.
There will be that one day.
Well, I started at 0 when I returned to the game, and I'm already back. After a month and a half, I'm back up to 1.7 million.
It's not so bad.
Just selling off stuff that doesn't matter anymore to me.
Alright, so I'm going to be using either... I think I'll be using a lot of the AoE just so I can hold on to the hate, because Gilgamesh will use some AoE. Unfortunately, every time that these guys use a weapon skill, stuff's going to die.
I might as well just buy everything I can from the...
One-stop shop.
The guild, the cooking guild.
Cookie Guild. A little flash animation. Making cookies at the Cookie Guild.
Yes,
That's old.
yes, yes.
So old. And then they're like, hey, let's go to grocery store. And it's like they're driving, and bugs are hitting the windshield, and they're like getting little bits of experience points.
I can't buy watermelons here.
Why not?
I'm not a novice.
Oh, well, let me see if I can multitask here. I'm gonna log into Miniden.
Well, don't do it just yet. Let me figure out everything I need to get. I'll gather what I can.
Oh, that's
and then
okay.
throw money at you to buy the rest, since you actually have better than novice.
I can multitask. Ish.
Sandorian carrot.
You can buy those in Sandy at the grocery store.
Yes, you can.
I think you can also get them at the Cookie Guild that sells the cookies.
Yep.
Okay, that didn't proc any of them. You would think an AoE weapon skill would proc so many. And look at Tenzin going, I'm closing with gravitation. I don't know if that was gravitation. That dark purpley thingy. It was kind of cool looking. Yeah.
Not on the list.
How about that?
The other person sells it. I kind of thought that these were the same
Energy drain.
lists.
Using energy drain. Here on out. Alright. We're going to switch over to the minivan. It's on this black mage, because warp.
I guess I'll go to Sandoria.
I don't think he's got any melons on him. I don't tend to keep the fruit.
It just doesn't keep. It goes bad easily. Especially watermelon. You gotta cut it right away. And
Remember before I passed out earlier, we were watching a YouTube video about the square watermelons that they sell in Japan. Is it any mystery that I passed out? But I know more about square watermelons than I did yesterday.
did you know in Canada you can buy milk in a bag?
Bag.
Milk
It's like
is sold in bags.
so wrong and probably so accurate too. Best dress for Dynamis are Neijing, Uka, Murmur, Mayakov, and probably another tank for Provoke. You pretty much JA props there. Should have been here 15 minutes ago, and that's pretty much all I had. But yeah, it's I tried using tank NPCs with Cyndaquil's Thief. It's just always, every time that I get sneak attack going, they always turn around and it's like, I'm gonna get you. And I'm like, oh man.
Got my carrots.
Congrats.
Distilled water, huh? Oh god,
No,
I can't even get
that's
down
right.
to the how to obtain it because there's too many recipes. Okay.
Woot! If there was nobody else in Valkrum, we'd still be going after Javabilly Brox, but since that's not the case right now,
Going
do
to
it the hard
grocery
way.
store for my water.
While dropping damaged equipment, which is just going to re-drop as soon as we toss it. And that one didn't even drop any coins. So sad! Oh well. This way. I'm gonna go up here. Is Flea up available yet? Yes! That is good. Totally accidentally aggroed quite up looking dude. So, yay, incoming bind bills. Maybe. Over here. This is so much more fun with the controller. I don't know if I could do this crazy thief running around the place action using the keyboard and mouse. Maybe the mouse. Probably not the mouse. Lee wears off. So sad.
Gotta get them shoes. Macro that
Get
in.
them shoes. I'm gonna start AoE in here. Maybe I should have saved that for curing welts, because I'm not gonna get a cure, am I?
Distilled water, check.
Oh shit! Okay, they're going after somebody else. It's all okay.
Die for me.
Right? Oh, shit, man. Hit the equipment button, switch back into the pool lanes, and oh yeah.
Ferdamont.
People
Ferdamont
cures.
is an item I need.
And yeah, I think I pulled too many bad guys. Stab him in the face. Activate the Apururu. Gilgamesh, where's your AoE weapon skill when I really need it? She's going to be casting a cure onto herself when I'm going to be needing it. Or she's going to die. Get the cure. We're not even fighting the sheep right now, which is what's so sad.
I-11.
Curing waltz onto me.
11. Oh, okay, it's the Chocobo stable.
Yeah, I forget they sell stuff there. You need a Tabnazian Taco. Probably a defending ring. Yes. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god.
Defending ring there. There's a damn Volcane ring. It's probably number 2. Maybe I just can't see it because there's chat on my screen. There it is, Volcane ring. And, alright, item now. I have a taco. No, I don't. I don't have Dorado's sushi. No. This is lame. We just lost the Apururu, didn't we? Yep. And instead of actually targeting stuff, it's all like, hey, you want to go into this menu? You don't know any spells, but we'll pretend that you do. Still wait for Gilgamesh. Do his AoE. What are you waiting on, dude? And a shadow mental. Equipment. Mock wardrobe. Shadow mantle. Alright. Still gonna spam Curing Waltz onto myself. Hey.
Glacial greens. Stack. Get.
I just need a trust full of healers now. They'd probably still let me die. Hey, Assassin's Bot -1. I don't know how long I spent trying to get one of those. It's a long time. Felt like over a month. Okay, good news is my health isn't going into the red every 5 seconds. Just every 7. That's a step up.
At F7.
Well, somebody's weapon skilling. Still not getting procs. Oh, never mind. We must have, because got a lot of coins off that one. It's like, I want to use Energy Drain.
Isn't Aveline a song?
Hmm?
Isn't Aveline a Chuck Berry song?
Maybe.
Oh, that's Maybelline, isn't it?
Maybelline. I remember I was working with a woman named Delilah. I was like, oh, after the
Hey there, Delilah.
what's his
Playing with
name?
teas?
I don't remember his name. Dang it. This is gonna bother me.
Delilah was the Plain White Teas, wasn't it?
Plain White Tees. That one I'm not familiar with.
Yep, Maybelline is a Chuck Berry song, that's what I was thinking of.
Alright, now I'm gonna AoE weapon skill. Now Gilgamesh will probably follow it up with his own Samson. I'm not gonna sing the song because I have a horrendous singing voice, but it's basically about a guy whose wife had thrown him out, and he came back with a knife, and was gonna do her in. This was like back in the 50s. It was
Tom Jones?
Tom Jones. Thank you so much. Like, my Delilah. I had the knife in my hand, and she laughed no more, or something like that.
It's Tom Jones. That would have been in the 60s or 70s, I think.
Probably the 60s. Because I remember the video I saw for it was still black and white.
Could have been. I know that in the 60s, films were in color, but TV shows were mostly not.
I don't think everybody had color TV sets yet.
Yeah. I remember Doctor Who's first color episode was in 1970.
Wow.
Yes, sir. That was the first episode of The New Doctor.
It was the one with the scarf, right?
No, the one before him.
Oh, okay.
John Pertwee, the one that was like the James Bond Doctor, the karate man who wore the nice clothes, and was it Volusian Karate? Or Volusian Kung Fu, or...
They used to play this stuff on KERA late at night, and I guess my parents didn't mind me watching it in bed when it was like on 2, 3 o'clock in the morning because it's PBS.
That's awesome.
And, okay, notice we didn't pull nearly as many bad guys this time. But, you would think, I mean, after listening to it subconsciously in my sleep, that I would know more of it. And I was like, nah. It's like there was the one with the, what do you call it? Scarf that my mom really liked. And then there was... Uh-huh. And then there was this, when they revamped the show.
In 05.
Yeah, I don't think it was the very first one that they had.
David Tennant, the second one of the new group, the 10th Doctor.
Maybe it was the very first one.
Everybody's favorite. The first was Chris Eccleston, and he had one season.
See, yeah, the guy that had one season. I liked him.
Jacket and very, very short-cut hair, almost buzzed.
Right. He had big ears, or am I thinking?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's him. It's like
that's Chris.
This guy's pretty neat. And then that's it was like
favorite Doctor, you know.
Whose? The Queen's favorite Doctor. Well, how about that?
How about that?
Wasn't the Queen in one of the Doctor Who episodes? It was like a Christmas special. It was like everyone had left.
She was portrayed
Oh, okay.
several times.
Everybody
Yeah,
had
there's one where the
evacuated London because
Yep.
they were so
the
sick
Titanic
of.
was crashing from space.
Hmm.
That was a Christmas episode, yes.
And she was like the only one who stayed behind in London because she wanted to show the world that we are not afraid. And then she's having to evacuate Buckingham Palace because the Titanic is going to come crashing down, and she's oh bother, I should have left.
And then she waves at the thing and thanks the doctor. It's like, you don't know who was up there. I mean,
Yes. Yeah, it was poking fun at
the reboot
themselves.
is not as good as the original series was.
So many
Sadly,
people-
I don't
yeah.
really like the. I don't really like a lot of the direction it took.
There was an episode that, see, I'm bad with names again. The guy that wrote Sandman in the 90s.
Well, the head writers have been Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat.
This was a guest writer. He does mostly other books. Wrote Good Intentions, American Gods. Why can't I remember his name? He's written a lot of books. I've read several of them.
The
Anyway.
Sandman comic series?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
I want to say he was part of that, but
created by Joe Simon and Jack Kirby.
okay, maybe not then.
Jack Kirby, I do know.
Alright, I'm just going to Google Good Intentions. That'll show me the name. Even though I think there were 2 authors that did that one. And everyone in chat's going to be all like, "It's this dude." I'm like, sorry. Good Intentions.
Doing the same thing.
We had a,
Elliot Kay?
no. No. Okay. I guess it should be... Okay, I'm not dead yet. I was like alt-tabbed out of the window for so long. Maybe it wasn't Good Intentions.
I'm just gonna Google Good Intentions Sandman. Well, that brought up the Ghostbusters wiki.
Eh! American
Sandman.
Gods. That's going to be the next one I do. That'll show it because I think they've been talking about making that one into a movie. American Gods. There it is. Neil Gaiman.
Gaiman?
Yes,
Okay.
that guy. He wrote one episode, and I don't remember the name of the episode. So
Yes, I
Can't help
remember
you with
seeing
that.
him in an interview. He was gonna be a guest writer.
and it was basically the TARDIS.
Nightmare in Silver.
Was basically personified or something, and was able to actually start talking to the Doctor. Then she was kind of had a thing for him. Gilgamesh is going to die to a bunch of sheep. No, Gilgamesh. Wait, I got the Curing Waltz, right? Oh, no, never mind.
He wrote
Gilgamesh
Doctor Who
died.
episodes, The Doctor's Wife and
Mhm.
Nightmare in Silver.
It's been the Doctor's wife.
The Doctor's Wife, I think, was when the TARDIS becomes a woman.
Mm-hmm, that's it.
Yeah. That was the 11th Doctor,
Yeah,
the young one.
Oh, young.
The first one it's the first one I disliked of the new series, and the only
The Doctors
one
or the
for-
episode?
The Doctor. It was the second
Okay.
Doctor I ever disliked. I also did not like Colin Baker's Doctor very much, but
Ha.
he did not get a fair shake.
One
They were
season.
trying to cancel the show his entire tenure.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
No funsies.
I cannot buy Frost turnips because she's a racist. Or I
And
guess,
Sandy?
no, nationalist. Yes, she will
Yeah.
only sell them to Sandorian citizens, and only if Sandy is in first place.
No. Well, Sandy's in second place, so even they couldn't get him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna find another way.
Energy drain. Except it's no longer time for energy drain, it's time for magic spells. So, if only I could be using 100 Fist right about now. Take care of all this stuff. Magic spells are a little bit better to proc with than
Okay,
job abilities, but...
Valdwania.
go ahead and switch back into evisceration. That's not evisceration. This one is. Die!
So I'm headed back to Windurst.
Die, Mr. Sheeps. Speaking of which...
What do you think of the potential, I shouldn't even say potential, that like, they're working on it, or starting to get ready to work on it, whatever the right phrase would be, a Back to the Future remake.
Yeah, because we can't come up with other ideas that are...
I have really hated the last, like, 20 years of movies.
There were some good ones.
Classic, like 80s and 90s stuff that I really loved, and they just do it so poorly.
I mean...
The top of the list being The Thing.
Okay. I'll let that one go. I mean, Fight Club came in the past 20 years. Just barely. And that one was really good. Trying to think of something else.
The Thing remake was terrible.
Yeah. The Evil Dead remake, I heard, even though it had nothing to do with Evil Dead, was pretty damn scary.
It was better than most people expected, but it wasn't what people expected. It was trying to legitimately be a horror flick.
Yeah, I just saw the trailer where she was like doing something with her tongue and a knife, and I was like, oh, yeah. And I was talking to my friend who saw it, and he's like, they showed that on TV? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, oh man, that was like the best part in the movie too. And I was like, dude, that's
hard to think of all the terrible remakes. The Thing, Transformers, Indiana Jones 4, RoboCop.
Of course, now shoot, you can go to any of the Hasbro movies now.
Gem and the Holograms, that was a bad one.
That could have been so good too.
It could have been so good, and then they decided to not have any bright colors in it.
Yeah.
Like, it came on TV, and I didn't even realize it was Gem and the Holograms because it was just two people sitting in a room talking.
Oh, which is how, shoot, what's his name? Kevin Smith would have directed it. And just have all the characters just sitting in a room talking. Yeah, like every now and then they'll just go off to the side to sing a song on stage and then come back and...
Like, that's one of those movies that could have been better if, like, Wiseau had directed it. He couldn't have screwed it up badly. You know what I mean? What else? What else was bad? The Total Recall remake was bad.
Yeah. RoboCop.
I mentioned RoboCop. That was pretty abysmal.
Could have been good. First of all, the sequels to the RoboCops were like so bad, and I remember YouTubing. I think we had watched the first RoboCop, and it was like, "Wow, this is really violent." And it was like, "This is nothing." You want to see something that's violent? Like YouTube, RoboCop action figure commercials for kids, and she's like, "They were marketing this to kids," and I'm like, "Yeah."
I've got to Google those later. I have not seen them.
Was this like PG-13 or something? It was like, tell me it wasn't. I'm like, no, this was R. And like, how? Why? And like, it was
Ghostbusters.
The 80s.
How did I forget Ghostbusters? Terrible remake.
Haven't seen it yet.
Don't bother. It lasted 1 week in theaters in my town.
Wow.
They took it out. It had 1 weekend.
It was about as long as the sequel for... I already forget the name of it. Damn it. The movie about the models that are secret agents. Zoolander. I was like telling the missus, it was like, we're gonna go see that on Valentine's Day, and she's like, no, we're not. And I'm like, oh.
On Valentine's Day, I went to go see with my then girlfriend Deadpool and Pride and Prejudice with zombies.
Yeah, that's what we ended up watching as well.
Valentine's Day I've ever had.
Deadpool's pretty good.
Deadpool's great.
I think Zoolander would have been better, but it's just me.
I haven't seen Zoolander 2 yet, but
it bombed. It did so bad. It was like...
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it was like week and a half, I think. That last in the theaters. I was like, okay, fine, we'll go see your Deadpool movie this week, and then next week we'll go see Zoolander, and it was gone.
Well, I was owed my choice of movies, because the year before I got dragged to 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Which, if...
I hear is better than the book.
No. No, I heard it's as bad as the book. I never read it.
As bad?
I never read the book because I was explained the how it came to be.
The fan fiction
50
of
Shades
Twilight.
of Grey was a fan fiction that was ripped off of a Twilight fan fiction. That is not how you sell a movie to me.
It was very successful as far as the whole business of making movies. It's like they made more money than it cost to make it.
Yep, it was a financial success, and another one's coming out in 2017. I'm like, I just got through having to watch the Twilight movies. Can just please don't do this to me.
Wait, you watched those?
Yeah, I had to. I didn't have a choice.
Wow.
But I gave it the stipulation that we watched it with the riff tracks, so that at least made it bearable.
Okay.
Except for, like, there's a couple characters in that movie that I genuinely, the Michael Sheen's character, who's the head of the Italian vampire, whatever. You can tell he just did not care about the movie. It's worth watching the last Twilight movie just for him.
Okay.
Because anytime he's on screen in like the background, he just makes a bunch of goofy faces and giggles to himself. And I also like the father of Bella, the cop, because you can tell he doesn't want to be there either.
A paycheck's a paycheck.
Yep.
How many were these?
And I think that's it. I think that's the only two good characters. But yeah, if your girlfriend, I mean, this is probably really late advice, but if your girlfriends try to make you watch Twilight, make that compromise that you'll watch it with the riff tracks.
Okay. Don't think I ever have to worry, but I remember, God, this is ages ago now. I was at a friend's house for like a New Year's Eve party or something like that, and for Christmas, they had gotten like, way to go, cat. Bunch of friends had gotten them basically the same book, so they had like several copies of Twilight sitting on their coffee table.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, why do you have so many copies? And it was like, they're gifts. Everybody was like, here, Merry Christmas. And I'm like, oh God. Never talk to these people again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like, what
picked
do you
it up
get for someone if you want them to know that you hate them?
and just opened a book to a random page and used my Becky voice, where you just talk like a ditzy teenager
Yeah.
who's trying to talk like a, I don't know, Paris Hilton or somebody. But and it's just reading this one page and this one voice, and the guy was like, the book's more entertaining when Dent reads it. Just get you to do the rest of the book. I'm like, no, God. And they're like, I get them books, and it's like, yeah, we couldn't get through chapter 1. It's like, oh, not entertaining. It's like I didn't understand what was going on. I'm like, oh, okay. So sad. It's like I got everybody 1 year copies of I'm gonna kick myself for forgetting this one. Cloud Atlas by David somebody. Maybe his last name's David. I don't know. That was one I also showed up late to. It wasn't until I saw the trailer for the movie with all those good actors in it, and I was all like, ooh, definitely gonna go see that. Should read the book beforehand. The book was fairly easy to follow. The movie, not nearly as much. I was doing all these cutaways. It's like you're in one moment you're like in the 1800s on a slave ship, and the next thing you know you're in 1970s trapped in an elevator, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
it just bounces back and forth. And there's also another movie that didn't last a week in theaters, but it did really well in China for some reason.
Cloud Atlas.
It was like kicking James Bond movies, but
How do you? What is your James Bond? Who is your Bond?
well, the first one.
Absolutely.
I mean, Sean Connery, just because you know, it's Sean Connery, and
Yeah. Definitely.
it's like I'm playing a British secret agent, but I'm talking like a Scot. And it's like 20 years later, I'm playing a Russian submarine captain, and I'm talking like a Scot.
Sean Connery's the best.
Yes. One movie, it was like late 80s, early 90s. Like, I'm playing a Japanese cop, and I'm talking like a Scot. You know?
I'm not Spanish, I'm Egyptian.
It's like, I think there was only one movie that he ever got to play a Scot, and
It was Time Bandits, right?
okay, there were two movies where you got to play a Scot. There was another one. It was the D-Day invasion, and it's like had John Wayne and a bunch of other actors. I don't remember the name of it because I only saw it once and it was black and white. And is all these great actors that just showed up and died. It's kind of sad.
Mars
but
Attacks?
no, well, that was a good one too, but for like the wrong reason. I took my mom to go see that, and it was like halfway through, she's like, "This movie is terrible," and I'm like, "You've been laughing through it the whole." And I'm like, Michael J. Fox's head on a, you know. No, actually, no, he died early on in it. I forgot about that.
Yeah, he dies.
Spoilers.
What's her name?
No, it was the guy that ended up playing another James Bond.
Timothy. No, Pierce Brosnan, right?
Yeah. He's the one that his body got torn into a bunch of different pieces, and then...
Well, he got swapped with the dog, but Michael J. Fox was reduced to a hand.
I want to say they put the
Oh no, wait.
girl, the woman, they put her head on the dog, on the Chihuahua, then they put the Chihuahua's head on her body, and I think Pierce Brosnan was just basically...
A head?
Yeah, a head in a floating jar.
Yeah. Because the Martian ship sinks and they're together. Then,
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox was reduced to a hand because they show him reaching out to her, and then it
Just a
zooms back
skeleton.
to the microwave.
I love how they like cut to the Martian that fired the shot at him first. I was like, just so evil grin.
My favorite part of that is when the boxer punches out the alien.
This was a Tim Burton movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only way they got so many.
Jack Nicholson's so... Jack Nicholson dies twice in that movie. That's how good Jack Nicholson is. He's in it twice.
Yeah. That was a long shoot. That was like so long ago that Pulp Fiction came out around the same time.
It was like 96, wasn't it? Mars Attack?
Sounds about right.
I'm gonna Google that. What was Mars Attack? 96!
Someone
Wow!
said that. Yeah.
Pulp Fiction was 94.
Okay. Around the same time. Mid-90s.
Yep.
I caught myself watching a trailer, trying to psych myself into, well, you know, you'll get the urge to watch something, and you don't have it anymore because you had it on VHS, and
Yeah. Wait,
Reasons.
Alexis Arquette died?
yeah, that's it, because,
2 days ago. Wow.
it was,
Screw
wanted to make sure that she wasn't the one that was in, Lost Highway, because, like, I remember it was one of them, but
Yeah, she was in Pulp Fiction, The Wedding Singer.
it was, Patricia Arquette was in Lost Highway.
Man, screw 2016. I hate this year. Everybody's dying.
Not everybody.
David Bowie died, so as far as I'm concerned, everybody's dead.
Yeah, I also lost Prince. We haven't lost Shatner yet.
I know, I am like ready to join. If someone told me that they were putting together a militia to protect Stanley and Ozzy, I would sign up. I remember they announced a tour date and his picture was up on Facebook in the earlier part of this year, and I thought, oh god, Ozzy died. Like, no, he's just announcing a tour date.
I always thought it was funny. It was after Ozzy quit the drugs and the booze that his wife left him. Because like you could live with him when he was drinking, but once he sobered up, can't live with him anymore.
He cheated on her.
Well, she probably cheated on him too.
She's not.
I mean, right, Rockstar, of course.
Well, yeah,
but
but he was pedestaled as the one rock star other than like Alice Cooper that was always faithful. And now we know that's not true, so that's like a big deal. Like, that was kind of the music world equivalent of Bill Cosby. Like, no, that can't be true.
even that's
No.
been trampled through the mud now.
Yeah.
But, oh well. It's a strange world we live in now. 8:47. That means I need to dismiss these guys and get the solid gold dance team back. Goodbye, Shentoto. Barely met you. Let's see. Drop some of this stuff.
What am I still after? I need watermelons. No. Yes, I need watermelon. Pulp Fiction.
There you go.
Reading my tabs. Wild onions and watermelons.
I had a drinking buddy that hadn't watched Pulp Fiction before, and I'm like, you haven't seen it? He's like, no. I'm like, how have you not seen this? They're like, no, it was like 8 when it came out. And I'm like,
It's not an excuse.
we left the bar, dragged him back to my place. It was one of those things that I had picked up a collector's edition DVD for it back when it first came out, but never got around to watching it because he had already seen it so many times.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, we're just gonna watch this for the next 2 hours, and you're gonna like it. I was like, I seriously doubt that. No, it was like really good the first time you see it, and then the second time it's all like, you'll see a couple things you didn't notice the first time, but all in all, the jokes are not as good. Type thing. I'm gonna hit the flee button. Round up these here sheeps. Excuse me. Pardon me. Walking in front of you. Go pick these guys up too. Like that. And yeah.
Yeah. My ex had never seen Star Wars 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 5, or 6. She's seen the first one of each trilogy, and that was it.
Okay.
And she had never seen a Bond movie, she had never seen Back to the Future, and she'd never seen Lord of the Rings. I just stared at her for a while when she told me that.
I could never stay awake through the Lord of the Rings movies.
We sat down and watched the extended edition.
Remember waking up one time, and I guess that towards the end of the third one, and I'm all like, why is the blue screen so bad? And maybe it was just the TV that I was watching it on, but it was like, wow. It was like...
Lord of the Rings looked phenomenal. The effects were barely noticeable in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
But
once you get into the...
like 3D TVs and high definition, like really high definition now,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of stuff becomes more obvious.
It was Braveheart. I was watching, never seen it before in an HD set. And there's the scene where the Scots are, how shall we say, flashing the English army.
Yeah.
And on the old TVs and even on the theater, never really saw anything. It was all like, yeah, you know, they're just pretending. There's really nothing there to see. And like, no, you watch that nowadays on a 1080p, yeah, you're gonna see it all. They're like, oh my god, you can never unsee that now. And it's like, yeah, kills.
Windy Woods exit, huh? Okay.
I should head over there. And you're still looking for the watermelons, right?
Nope, I'm going to farm wild onions.
Oh yeah, you need that too?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a...
I've gathered everything but those and the watermelons.
How many watermelons do you need? Just the stack?
Just a stack.
Okay.
It's one of each for everything. For the gobby drinks, and then...
I'm gonna guess a water crystal or a dark crystal?
Water.
It's easy to come by.
Yeah. Yep.
More JA Spanish. Please tell me we're getting at least a second stack. Good.
I'll be seeing my crawler mount for the first time in a second.
Dun dun dun. It's really like cool for like 5 seconds and it's like, okay.
And then probably go back to Chocobo and Fenrir.
Fenrir. I can't get my Chocobo mount to work. Even though I've traded the neck piece over and it shows up in the list of abilities, it's just... never works.
That's really strange. I was given my necklace back.
Nice.
It didn't take it.
Right?
Like,
But
I have the mount on the list, but I still have the necklace.
just links it for some reason. Maybe it's because my chocobo mount is too slow. That's probably it.
You got a green one.
Green's nice. More JA spam. Evisceration time. Followed by that ability that gives you back your TP.
I am facing the wrong way.
Bum, 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 bum. Yeah. Backwards. That's how great of a writer you are that you don't even need to see what direction you're going. I guess they tried to get it to work with you pointed in the right direction for such a long time. It's like, this isn't going to work. What if we...
Well, when you said it was on a couch, I was picturing the length of the couch being the width, or the width of the couch being the length of the crawler, so I was picturing you sit sideways.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, oh, you ride side saddle? And I explained just silence when I said that.
Yeah.
It's, no, you do not. You are totally Michelangeloing this one.
Good old
Oh, that's
days.
another terrible, the new
Remake.
Turtles movies I don't like.
Should go without saying.
But I mean, Michael Bay, so why not?
Yeah, he makes good trailers. So we should give him that.
Yeah.
Please?
He doesn't make good movies.
Well... Didn't like movies that we want to see, but... I guess other people like to see
He
them.
should just not touch existing,
That's probably all he's ever going to get from now on, though.
I actually would rather watch a Shyamalan movie than a Michael Bay movie because he's
think we
ruined so much of my childhood.
blamed that director on a failed Dynamis run one time. We were doing Dynamis Windy, and we were starting to talk about that, and it was like, oh god, don't mention that movie. And it was all like, oh, it's alright, and people like this, some people like that. Next thing you know, it's all like, the sleep didn't catch on the, Hall of the Hero. All the summoners are awake. I'm like, what? And it's like, we're all dead. And even the white mages are like, I think Riri's got dispelled or something because it's not up. They're like, oh no. And it was this one other player was all like, see? It's M. Night Shyamalan's fault.
You invoked his name. You've doomed us all.
How are we gonna get out here? It was what was even more depressing was it was a sponsored run. Somebody else had purchased the hourglass, and he was gonna get like all the coins that dropped, and the guild would or the link show would get the gear.
Wow.
And he
I wish
lost
somebody could have given me that offer.
so much money on that one, but yeah.
Wild
Felt
Onion
bad.
number one. Oh my god, are they all thugs? That's wonderful.
Better.
Wild Onion number two. Oh
I
boy.
found out the hard way that the higher level goblins in that same zone, which you wouldn't think would drop the wild onions because higher level goblins never drop wild onions, those guys will drop it too if you feel the need to farm them. Mindy
Every
always seems to
single
have
goblin around
issues.
me is a thug. And I'm 3 for 4 at what was reported to be a 20% drop rate.
Oh, the treasure hunter, it's a lot better. I can usually get a stack. I usually go to
4 for 5.
the graveyard, tomb, Runfire's tomb, and can usually get it like in 1 or 2 circuits. But yeah, Lee, are you back up? 3 minutes. What? It's job ability, proc time. It's also after midnight. Excuse me. Where does the time go? And this guy's going after my sheeps. Alright, target. So that I can proc you and kill you before we get kicked out. J spam.
Alright, so I just killed 9 thugs.
Got 9 onions.
Oh god, these don't stack either.
Yes, they do.
No?
Well,
Do?
wild onions always stack. There are some things I'm not sure about this world. Onion stacking is one of those things I'm sure about.
Okay, they are stacking. My inventory was just full after the first one.
Eviscerate in the face. Thank you. If I can get that one before we get kicked out. And the hourglass used to cost so damn much. I always used to get a free pass as the only damn white mage that ever showed up every run, right? Then one of our 900 fair weather black mages, Lot, on the only piece of white mage AF2 we ever saw. He got 997, Lot. He got a 999. And this is why white mages never showed up to your deal, because they'll well, I guess there's two ways of going about it. It's like, one, you want to give the white mages what they want because they'll keep showing up. The other thing being, once all the white mages get everything that they wanted, they're never going to show up again. Stab, stab, stab. J.A. spam.
So I just killed
Kill!
9 gobos, so that goes up to 45.
Quick, before we get kicked out.
Or no, 63. 64.
That was close. Oh, I don't know how close that was, but... 1 minute. How many sheep can we kill in 1 minute?
All of them.
Not all of them.
All of the sheep.
How many sheep can we proc in 1 minute?
A few.
A few.
Okay, so that's 20.
Eviscerate. Same group used to do sky runs. Those nearly true blood. Oh, it was like, you know... The name of the link shell I was in was called LOL Dynamis. And, you know... I think there was one on every server. Always seemed that way, but... It was like... Dynamis is serious business. I'm like...
Yeah, well,
Yeah. If you're letting in a level 75 monk wearing a scorpion harness, then yeah, just keep telling yourself it's serious business. But alright, I'm not even gonna worry about these guys because it's time to go. Alright. Do a final tally. See how many coins we get. While that's loading. Let's walk the mini den off the beach. And get to the cooking guild. The cooking guild. When's I came? Hey, it's Erdek. It's an odd assortment of gear. I guess not too odd, but... How many did you need? 12?
a stack.
Can't remember the name, but I would refer to it as Leviathan Hates Link Shell. Oh, Leviathan, yeah. Those were the good old days.
Another wild onion.
Let's go to... Yeah, let's just go straight to that one place. Teleportation assistance. Let's pick from the favorites. We're gonna do... It is Devoy, isn't it? Yep. Using tabs because we're still cheapskates. And we're gonna get Mini Den out of his gob box, out of his mog house. We'll do Windy Waters. Get him over there in time. Probably not.
1 goblin.
Wish I could keep a running tally how many sheep I killed tonight. Just say it was this many. Trade buttons. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, yeah.
2.
3 stacks of that, almost 2 stacks of white shells, and over a stack and a half of bind bills. That's not so bad. No, 1, 2. Would have been, I suppose, better
3.
if we just stuck to the Don't die. Hit this again.
4.
We're not racing or anything. Kinda are. Last one.
5. 6. Plus 6 dead goblins.
Yay, dead goblins. I mean, boo. Dead goblins was at 60? So we need 40 more? Yeah, 40 more. See if we can pick off the auction house. Bastock Mines is where we'll go because Bastock Mines has the best music in the world. Really. Teleportation.
It's better
Original
than
release.
Sandoria's.
Best. Sandoria can start to grate on the nerves. I'm still expecting one of these days to just turn a corner, end up in an alley I'm not familiar with, and there's going to be this group of Sandorians with bagpipes playing the music. And like, probably behind some secret wall. You're like, what do you mean? You know, like the March of the Sandorian. March of the Runfar.
It's terrible.
It's like, you know you've been spending too much time in Winters when the music is getting catchy.
That's horrifying.
It's like I attribute Winters music to, what's the word I'm looking for? Making sushi.
And it's funny because there's actually some really good music in this game. I really like the Lufi's Meadows music. I really like Long, which is the Longfall is the name of the song for Ron Fowler.
Mm-hmm. Curiosity. How much does a stack of 99 go for? Wow. Go and get that, add that extra coin, get another 30k. Kind of attribute the music to Render stuff to hell. 250. Alright. 2. This should fill up all the inventory slots. Just in case, let's try and do one more. Nope, done. So bid. Others. Other number 3. Watch there be no silver pieces. There's a few. All because of Dynamis. Wow. They're a little bit more pricey this week than they were last week. Let's try and go low. Maybe somebody decided to beat the other 32 that were up there. Not that low. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Not for 350. I doubt it's going to go for 400 either.
Just one more onion.
Maybe 450? These days I'm going to not be paying attention. Instead of doing 450,000, I'm going to do 4.5 million. Like, whoops! We'll have to farm that again. Alright, I'm just going to go down a couple to 80. Can't believe all 32 on there for like 500k plus. They're probably going to be up there. It's like, I don't know if I want to spend 500k. Especially when I spent... Okay, 490. I can live with that. At least I didn't spend 500, right? How many more of these can you get? Probably really one. 2... And then we were out of gills.
Oh, there we go. My last onion.
3. 4. We have enough for, what, 3 more purchases if the price holds? Bid. I think I went 100k too low on that one.
I killed enough goblins to raise the reported drop rate from 20 to 22.
Woot! So that's all updated in real time?
I update the wiki.
Oh! Wait, for some reason I was thinking the FF11 database.
Ooh, hang on. I have to drop some...
Last one. Alright. Just like that, we're poor again. Alright, items. What does that get us up to now? Where did my coins go? There they are. 63. Oh, we bought 7 coins? That's not so bad. So now we just need, what, 33 more silver pieces? And we can finish Excalibur? Ish. Maybe some more, maybe some less. That is it. It's after midnight. Let's run into a wall, why don't we?
Did you grab the frost turnips?
Are they on the auction house?
No, they're in the guild.
I need to get there. Frost turnips and
That's it. Watermelons.
watermelons.
No, sorry, not frost turnips. I got
Just the
frost
watermelons.
turnips.
Alright.
Wild onions are done. Goblin thug is done. East River is done. Yeah, it's just watermelons.
How'd you get the turnips? Hopefully you didn't farm the rabbits.
No, in the airship arrivals in Windurst, there is a regional
That's
vendor.
right. Balduinia's under
Windy. Yep.
for like the first time in 2 years?
Windy's in first.
Well, I mean, Valduinia's usually always under Beastman control. Might stock up on some of those turnips. Get them for like guild points more often than I don't.
Well, there you go. I've done you with service.
Hopefully I have enough gil left to purchase. Stack of watermelons.
No, I've got to buy water crystals.
I should have a stack or two of those as well. Buy. What's it there? There it is. 200 each. That's. And it's just watermelon, not the thundermelon, right?
Right, watermelon.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, I'll grab a stack of water crystals and I'll meet you right at that 1 point crystal right there.
Sounds fair. If I got enough inventory space to make that stuff. Yeah. Alright, everyone. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn off the stream. Then I have to go to the bathroom because, you know.
Yeah,
beer.
me too. No! Why? Why are there no water crystals?
On the auction house?
I guess I'm gonna go for a cluster.
Don't worry about it.
There's no clusters?
Wow. Welcome
I
to
have go
Quetzy.
Farm crystals?
No, you don't. I think I've got water crystals. Let's see. Let's talk to this Imperial Moogle. Do crystals return to me? Because we never... It's like the only time we ever get to use the water... Yeah, I have 451 water crystals. We're good.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll count on you then. I'll meet you at the crystal. Right outside of the Culinarians Guild.
There we go.
And then I'm gonna use the bathroom too.
Right. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so we'll be on tomorrow night. We're going to try and get the last 33 silver pieces. Maybe not tomorrow night. Maybe we get... Let's aim for 6. Yeah.
I could have helped, but I was a lazy thief running around and getting materials for.
No, I mentioned the word parade gorget, and you look that up, you're like,
It shall be mine.
have to get that now.
I'll
Yeah.
replace my level 9 necklace.
It's such a good piece, too. Alright, it's swirling about circles because the game likes to do that for some reason. Y'all be good, be safe, have fun, don't get caught in all that jazz, and we'll be back on tomorrow. Bye.